everybody. How are you doing? Sorry for a second. That's something that's gone a little bit weird with the old microphone and whatnot. But welcome on in, everybody. How you doing? Batman, Deathwish, and KB. I'm not too sure what KB... I'm assuming KB sounds something funny. But how are you guys doing? You well? How is everybody? Welcome on over to everybody on Twitch and on YouTube. Today we're going to be checking out some Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League content. Basically, we're going to be going through all the available current content that's out there, and we're going to be going and doing a bit of a deep dive into the combat to see what's there and what kind of stuff that you're going to be able to see from this channel. But welcome on in. How's everybody doing? You all good? Give me 2 seconds, guys. I need to reset a couple of things, because that's always the way when I first start a stream. I'm never prepared. But how are you all doing? You good? Hey, Aiden, good to see you, buddy. Aiden, how are you excited with it? I know you're a big Destiny person, aren't you? So I'm interested to see how you feel about the combat and everything. It's like everything that's come out so far with Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. Had my lunch. I have had brunch today. I had cheese and ham bagels. Very nice, very nice. Merry Christmas to you, Aiden, as well. And Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates it. Happy holidays to everyone. I hope you're enjoying the break at the very least, even if you don't celebrate it. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves and you're looking forward to the next couple of days anyway. I'll be judging heavily. I have my pen and paper ready. I love it. I love it. It's ready. I love that you're ready, Aiden. You're just like rearing to go. Raring? How do you say that? I never know how to say that. We are live on both channels today. I was thinking about jumping on over on TikTok as well. Actually, I might even do that. We might even go in actually, because I can actually, as I recall, I can actually stream on TikTok now. I have a stream key for TikTok. So give me a sec. We're going to see if we can jump on and do that real quick, because that's always a fun thing to try and do, but bear with me. Corsairs treat me very well. Thank you, KD. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's interesting. We got a KB and a KD. Interesting. They're very, very similar. They're very similar names there. How you doing? Welcome on in, AFK. Welcome on in. And GVG, hello. How are you? AFK, it's your first time in the Twitch chat. How are you doing today? How did you come across us? Are we allowed to discuss this, or you allowed? So I am not allowed to discuss the alpha still. The NDA is like, we'll stick around until the beta, until a beta comes around, assuming there is going to be a beta. I don't think we can talk about anything there, but we are going to cover all the stuff that we've actually seen in the content. We're basically going to watch through all the content today, all the content that's available. There's about, let me just count it, there's 14 videos, and basically what we're going to do is just go through each of them, except maybe like the full insiders. The insiders are a little bit longer than usual, but we'll see how we go. If we hit the time, we'll get the... Actually, I'll tell you what, to be honest, that'll probably bring us to the amount of time that I have available today. So what we'll probably do is go watch through all the content, talk through it, pause things, chat through them, and then we'll actually just have a bit of a discussion with you. I am, Sergeant, I am streaming at AV1 and on 1440p, yes. I stream to YouTube using AV1. That's correct. Absolutely not a random question. I actually did a whole activation with Intel where they sent me out 2 of their GPUs, which I'm actually using one of the GPUs that's sat in my streaming PC to stream to which is a very, very, very cheap, Words, not a GPU that I actually have attached into my streaming PC alongside my 3070 GPU. But yes, I do, yeah. It says I should beg for a gold star. If you say, hold on, it should be right. If you say, can I have a gold star, please? That's all you do. No question mark. Just, can I have a gold star, please, in chat? You will get a gold star. I promise you. Like, how you doing, buddy? You well? Welcome on in as well. Thank you for jumping over. I know, obviously, from the UK mode, from the Corsair side of things. I hope you're having a great day. And not to talk too much about work, because I usually don't talk about work stuff here, but I'm still waiting on the response to your question, just to let you know, just to make sure you're aware. Hey Nava, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Welcome on in. You just woke up and you're live. Let's go, Noon. Welcome on in. There we go. Aiden got one. Fantastic. That's you can literally copy paste what he's put in there. Bob, in about a month you can shout snake when you die in Fortnite. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. How are you doing? How you doing though, Batman? You well? KD, Corsair treating me very lovely, thank you. I appreciate you asking there, though. The inside has been great, definitely giving me much more hype for the game. Same, I know a lot of people have found them to be a bit different, like they give them a different response, but I'm really enjoying it. Give star now! That is not exactly how it works. How you doing, buddy? My day's going really well. Unfortunately, I'm still experiencing a little bit of spaciness from my vertigo, so it's kind of kicked up a notch today, unfortunately. I thought it was getting better. It's not getting better, but, you know, we move. We do what we can. We do what we can. You good? Just chilling? Just woke up and about to get coffee? Awesome stuff. I've got my caffeine for today, which, again, folks, if you're not a coffee person, but you find yourself needing some energy, by the way, this is my recommendation. It's Advanced GG. I use this basically just to get through, like, you know, the day. But everyone always asks me, it's like, how have you got so much energy? How do you do this? How do you do this? This is how I do it. I'm usually quite excited and quite hyper anyway, but this actually gives me the actual energy. Cool, so I had a 4070 Ti and a stream with AV1, so I was about to watch a video because my streams are a bit pixelated, but I saw you live. I love that! Well, welcome on inside. Yeah, no, this, I actually use an A380, which is like, I want to say it's around about $100. Like, maybe even less. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check what the AV1 is. The A380 is in terms of cost. Because I'd love to actually share that with you, because it's such a cool thing. Intel's GPUs are fantastic, because they actually allow you to... they're the cheapest GPU that you can use to stream with AV1. Really, really effective. So if you have, like, two PCs, maybe you could use your 4070 for your gaming rig, and then get a cheaper one for your thing. But yeah, that's how I do it. So I run two GPUs in my main streaming rig. It does occasionally cause problems having the two of them, but that's because I'm trying to do something very experimental, like streaming multiple places, multiple times, using different encoders, it goes a bit nuts. But, you know, that's me trying to complicate my life. Give me 2 seconds as well. It seems I haven't restarted the Stream Deck software. Whoopsie. You're here too. Love to see it, Batman, with your gold star. Fantastic. ZX, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning, good afternoon. I don't know what time it is. I don't know what time it is anymore. I'm so confused. Welcome on in, though. And those of you over on Twitch, if you want to come and check us out over on YouTube, don't forget we're doing in 4040p. Very, very sexy. Higher bit rate over here on YouTube, but also transcoding. So if you do have a bit of a slower internet connection, because I'm using AV1, as we were just talking about, because I'm using AV1, you actually do a little bit better when it comes to transcode. So if your internet connection struggles and things buffer on Twitch for you, come watch it on YouTube. It's much smoother, much smoother. Yeah, A380 is the lowest one. Yes, that's absolutely correct. It's very, very affordable. It doesn't have that much power, but the thing is, AV1 doesn't require that much. So if you are streaming, it's my recommendation. Anybody says to me, like, what GPU should I get for streaming? You could literally build a tiny little PC that just has that. If you stream to YouTube, or stream to Discord, that's the one I'm saying to everybody. It's like, that's the one you got to hit. The time is 2:15 p.m. That is for me as well. You're in the same time zone as me. Hey, Glacier, how you doing, buddy? I've read a question. How are you able to stream on TikTok? Do they give you a stream? Just curious. I'd love to use OBS or something similar with TikTok. So you can, if you have over, I think, 1,000 followers, you can stream using the live studio. So you can use that to stream to there. But I actually have a stream key. I was hooked up by TikTok, which was really cool because I met them at EGX and I had a bit of a chat with them and I got a stream key. But yes, they are notoriously hard to get hold of the contact to get that. It's a hard thing to do, and unfortunately, I'm not able to give out the contact details. It's one of those things that basically they want people to come forward and like talk to them and pitch them and that sort of stuff. So I did that. So, but I believe my stream key still works. We're gonna try that out in a second, actually, though, to get it sorted while people are still rocking up. What's everybody doing over there? Is everybody like I say broken up? Sounds like we're at school. Like, is everybody broken up for like the holidays now? Is anybody still working? What are you all doing? What's happening in the worlds? Those are not my present. I already have my present. I bought my present before, and it's a £1,000 phone. Yeah, I bought an Pixel 8 Pro for my Christmas present. Very, very happy with it. Been using it for a while. But yeah, it's a very expensive phone. I did trade my phone in, though, so it actually dropped it down by like 200 quid. But yeah, you're off from work until Tuesday. I'm off until the 2nd of Jan, thankfully, which is like I get a nice big long break. Give me 2 seconds. A380, because there's an A380 Airbus, A380 GPU. There we go. Where is it? Okay, it's around about 120 quid. I'm saying like it's 100 quid. It's around about 120 quid that I'm seeing here, unless it's cheaper elsewhere. I want to have a look at this A380, see what it's... Okay, yeah, I know those are the specifications. Yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. That's great. I love it. I love it. It's wonderful. Where do I buy it? Okay, it's not telling me where to buy it there. That's really weird. There we go. We'll just try here. We'll try eBuyer. It's the first one that's coming in. 120 quid. 120 pounds for the ASRock Arc A380. And it's a 6 gigabyte card. But yeah, you can put that in an ITX build easily. Really good. Can't believe it's almost Christmas already. Year went so fast, right? So fast. Job, how you doing, my dude? Hey, if anybody's liking Suicide Squad, you might have seen this man in the old Insiders. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I heard that some people have string keys on TikTok. I do. Why on earth did that trigger? Why on earth did that trigger? Was there a Twitter thing in there? Thank you so much for the subs, by the way, AFK and Sergeant Kemmel. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing over here on YouTube. Again, best place to watch YouTube, my content. I'm going to be doing a lot of Suicide Squad stuff over here, including videos, builds, and all that sort of stuff that we're going to see based off of this. But let me see if we can get this TikTok thing working, yeah? I've got so many tabs open, folks. I just need to, like, hammer some of them down. There we go. There we go. There we go. I found out where I'm having my Christmas, the Christmas party, the Corsair Christmas party, and I'm the furthest away from it, but it's a very pretty place, so I'm kind of not too upset about it. Just kind of looking at it, I was like, ooh, that's nice. How many people have pre-ordered Suicide Squad, by the way? I'd love to know how many people have pre-ordered Suicide Squad. Actually, that's the link I was looking for earlier. Look at me go. I'm almost organized today. Merry Christmas to you, and to you, buddy. How are things? Are you well? Are you excited? I mean, you've had more hands-on than most of us, as I understand it, and obviously you've been part of the development process, right? I'm looking forward to playing with you, dude. What I'd love to do, actually, Jarvis, if you're up for this, and I probably should, like, mention this offline as well, but, I'd love to have a proper chat with you once the game releases. That'd be fantastic. And I mean, I want to game with you anyway, but like, I'd love to have a chat with you just around that whole process, and if you can, that'd be awesome to talk about like that, what you've been doing, like with the devs and all that sort of stuff. If you're available and like you're willing. But we can talk about that separately. Don't worry about answering now. I kind of put you on the spot there. I didn't mean to. But yeah, no, Java's actually, guys, if you haven't followed Java already, you haven't subscribed to Java, go check him out. Over here on YouTube, but also Jav Venice on Twitter, and I believe Jav on Twitch. I want to say that. I'm saying that with a question mark at the end. Very Aussie. It's like, I believe on Twitch. Have my fellow anti-hero with me every day, my wife. Heck, Avengers was still in my Steam Most Played list this year. Same. It's one of the, like, honestly, this is why I'm so excited for Suicide Squad. I do really think that it's going to be, like, that game for me. I think it's going to be what Avengers was to me, is going to be what, like, Avengers is to 2020, sorry, what 2022 was to Avengers is going to be what 2024 is to Suicide Squad. Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely squad up. I'm definitely up for that. That would be fantastic. I'm actually just, the thing I just found now, actually, the thing I want to talk about is, Derek Brown's Insider, he did a PlayStation blog where he actually talks about builds that we're going to touch on as well. But I'm very, very excited about how the combat works in this, and how, obviously, I am going to be trying to do all of this without trying to break the alpha embargo, so I won't be talking about my impressions or anything like that, but what I will be talking about is explicitly what we're going to be seeing on screen, stuff that is available. I'm going to say this as a plea, though, to Rocksteady. It would be really fantastic if we could talk about some of the stuff that we've seen, or please just drop a beta soon, because I really want to talk about this game. I don't want to tell you why I want to talk about this game, because that would also be breaking the NDA. So we're going to try and do this without doing that. So so you might hear me say things like, oh, that looks fantastic. That looks like it's really fun. This is going to be my impressions of the videos that are available on YouTube, not of the alpha. Any talk of the alpha is not allowed in chat. If I see you drop stuff in, please try and avoid it. If I see you repeat and ignore my instructions around talking about it, then I will be banning you from the channel, or at least very least timing you out from the channel, okay? So I want to make sure that everybody just self-regulates as well. If you see someone put something about the alpha in chat, say, please no stuff about the alpha. We don't want to get me in trouble. Don't want to get you in trouble. What alpha? Exactly. Who you maining? I will talk about that in a bit, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of 4. No, I'm thinking so far, based on what I've seen in the videos, Deadshot and Boom are going to be my kind of, my ones. But yes, pin it. That's a great idea. Actually, I'll tell you what I want to do. I actually want to do something else on here. I kind of want to do, I want to do another thing. Can we get 25 likes on the stream? That's gonna be the one I actually pin for now. I've been seeing people do these things as pins, right? So I want to pin the. Why can't I pin that? Why can't I pin my own chat? I can't pin my own chat? That's crazy. There was an alpha? I love how GVG's being so helpful and going, yes, there was a few weeks ago, but like Batman's just like, I know. He's trolling you, buddy. He's trolling you. Why can't I pin my own chat, though? That's so weird. Give me 2 seconds. Let me figure out why I can't pin my own chat. Folks, if you haven't already as well, please go check out Twitter and go give the Going Live post a little bit of love. I appreciate you for that. Let me mute the site there. Make sure I'm not doing anything. Can I? Oh, I can do it from here? I can pin it from here, but not from there. Okay, make sure you like the stream over here as well, folks, if you haven't already. And if you are watching over on Twitter, make sure you, on Twitch, make sure you come and open up a tab over here on YouTube as well. I appreciate it. Street Fighter Alpha? Yeah, something like that. Yeah. What's an alpha? Me. Ooh, with 0 muscles. You see that? It was like a flex and there was nothing that changed. There's nothing that changed in that entire area. It was like, nothing. Hope you get to play when the game releases. Dude, I am going to be playing with so many people within the community. Again, what we're going to probably be doing, I'm actually going to be sharing something with you guys that I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to be working on a product. I'm going to be working on a product, which I'm very excited. It's basically a thing that's built around Suicide Squad that is going to be very much there for members of the YouTube channel and members on Kofi as well. So keep an eye out because it's going to be very exciting. It's going to be something that I'm very hyped to deliver because I'm actually going to be doing, you guys might have heard me speak the other day on my other stream. What I was talking about, we're going to be doing, we're going to be focusing primarily on like building products and services as part of my content as the bottom layer, and then everything I do above that kind of like filters into those things. So I'm going to be doing a product around Suicide Squad, which I hope you like. A lot of it's going to be like early access builds, all these sorts of things, and infographics and all this sort of stuff. Loads of things that I'm really excited to share with you folks. But yes, there's going to be opportunities as well for people who are like obviously really good builders to be able to like put some stuff in there, get accredited and all that sort of stuff. So there's going to be some really cool things that I'm building around Suicide Squad. I'm going full tilt come February. Well, January 30th, February. It's the same thing. So keep an eye out for that. But if you are a member of this channel, I will actually shortly over the next like week or so actually be detailing at least a little bit, teasing around what that's actually going to be. So if you guys want to check that out, please make sure that you become you hit the join button, become a member on the channel. Every single member will have access to that, so make sure you go check it out. But obviously different tiers and different levels, we get access to more and more stuff. Your parcel is out for delivery. You got an M75, dude. I was very lucky. I've actually able to order the launch edition because we're going to show it off. What are you doing in here? You coming to say hi? Quick what? What are you doing? That's Mummy's dressing gowns, like, thing. What are you doing? Do you want to come and say hi? You're going to get me in trouble wearing a Marvel t-shirt. Come on. He's just, like, oblivious. It's been such a long time since I streamed. I don't even know if he knows that we're live anymore. Buddy, do you want to come and say hi to everyone? Come on, then. Come say hi. Do you want to come and say hi? He's just doing his own thing at this point. It's like, nah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. I don't know if Lisa knows where he is. Do you want to come say hello? Come here. I want you to come here and come and do your Batman impression. Come on. This is brilliant, by the way. This is one of the things I've been telling him. Charlie, come here. Can you come here? Wait, Charlie, you do. I am vengeance. Yeah, come here. You did it from the start. You ready? Oh, I knew you'd want to do it if I told you. Right, you ready? You say, I am vengeance.
I am vengeance. I am a nice. I am
Batman. Good boy.
Yeah.
That's us. That's us on the screen. Yeah. Good boy. Hi. You there? We're there. We're there. You like wave there. You see us there too.
I.
You say, oh look, it's Diggy.
Yeah.
Say hi, Diggy.
I okay.
Or how do you like use his real name? What's his real name? Do you remember it?
Yeah.
What is it?
It's my name. Peter.
That's right, good boy. You got it right. Are we gonna play? Are we gonna play Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we gonna beat up Batman?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we gonna beat up Superman?
Yeah.
Are we gonna beat
I
up?
have one. I have one.
You gonna beat up with Hulk?
Yeah.
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 It was good, wasn't it, Diggs? That was good.
The Google cake.
You say good stuff.
Die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do this. Like this, down. Yeah. Yeah. Always saying that we never seen Charlie and Batman in the same room. That is very true. Are you Batman?
Batman.
Are you Batman?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to tell everybody. You're not supposed to tell everybody. Okay. Do you want to jump out and I will see you in a minute?
Okay.
Okay. I love you. Have a kiss.
I play to think.
No, I can't play hide and seek right now, but I can when I finish stream. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay. All right. I love you. Love you. Can you shut the door? You gonna go out and see Mum? You can go and see. Give me 2 seconds, folks. Bless his heart. I've been working so hard on getting him to do that because he started to really enjoy Batman. We started watching the animated series and stuff like that. But for like the past 6 months, I've been trying to get him to nail that I am Batman, I am the Knight. I've clipped that as well. That was fantastic. He is very cute. How you doing, lady? Good to see you as well. I think you thought Christmas came. Yeah, he's just in the presents. No, he's pretty good actually. We said to him like Santa Claus is coming tomorrow and all this sort of stuff. It was awesome. Hey, licensing with a gold star. I love it. Guys, don't forget to grab that other gold star if you haven't already. I did put it on. Licensing. I remember to put the bot on. I love it. Oh, love to see it. Love to see it. He's feeling a lot better. Lisa's finally feeling better as well. I, unfortunately, have started to have the room spinning again. But, you know, we're getting there. We're almost 3 for 3. We're almost 3 for 3. If you say, can I have a gold star, please, in the Twitch chat noon, it will come up. Do you know I'm kind of like... I'm wondering, do I just do the thing where we just put the chat... Oh, God. Do I do the thing where we just put the chat in chat? I'm kind of tempted just to go ahead and do it. Do you know what I mean? Just go, screw it. So you guys can see what's going on. There we go. Deathwish got his. Wait, did you not get yours? Wait, no way. Oh, a good star. You said good star. Good star. You said third time lucky. You got it. You got it. You do it, to be honest. Should we just do it? I'm using Caster Labs, by the way, which if you guys haven't seen Caster Labs, they are brilliant. They are really great. Let me just drop this in. Let's see if this works. Okay, that's not the best. That's not the best. We want to have it so it looks nice. We want to have it look so it looks nice. What the heck? Okay, we'll have to maybe work at that one. That was not what I was hoping for, chat. I was hoping for a lot more than that. I won't lie to you. Cast Labs is doing some really cool stuff, though. If you haven't seen it before, if you do multi-stream, let me pop that off. Let's grab Restream. See if Restream can't do a little bit better for this chat for today at the very least. I feel like it's the thing I want to do. Shad, welcome on in, buddy. I saw your tweet and reply, and welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining us. I imagine this is your first time joining us because we've only recently connected on Twitter, right? But how you doing, buddy? Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm excited to try and talk about this without like messing up and like, you know, potentially like breaking the NDA. Obviously, I won't break the NDA is what I'm saying, but like it's gonna be very interesting skirting around it, I must admit. But yeah, Jav, I feel like we just like at this point, like, what's the point in doing it? What's the point in dodging it? It's like people want to be able to have a better experience. They're gonna have a better experience over on YouTube because of the quality. So why not just like go, okay, well, we're just gonna accept this is a thing, and then just like not like stop streamers like giving a better overall experience. Do you know what I mean? Get the ones with the buses. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them. Oh, please check the new images. It's so slow. Okay, that was a tram, so I don't know if that counts as a bus. Trying to go through captures whilst you're on stream. Sounds like an impression to you? No! That's not what I said! Wrong kind! Wrong kind! I love it, I love it, I love it. Folks, as well, please be aware that because I stream very small times on Twitch, like I don't do a great deal of streaming on Twitch, please be aware that obviously I do have the ads on so I can remove pre-rolls. Obviously, we do have ads on here on YouTube. They are skippable on YouTube, so keep that in mind. If you want to watch over here, probably a better experience either way. But if you do want to, if you would consider subscribing to the Twitch channel, that also helps support this content, all the stuff that I'm doing as well. If you want to do that, obviously, you ping the subscribe button, or if you want to support the channel in the best way possible, you could do that by joining up as a member over on Kofi, where I get basically 100% of the money that you send over, which is really, really, really helpful. Whereas Twitch likes to take a nice chunky 50% of it, which is obscene. But anyway, shit, bro, man, good to see you, buddy. And again, folks, if you're looking to get some advanced GG for yourself, to get yourself a little bit more energized when you're playing, and you've got those late nights staying up playing Suicide Squad until like ridiculous hours of the morning, make sure to check out some advanced GG. And DU, would you be able to plonk that in chat for me, buddy? I appreciate it. I think it's more of a Twitch thing, to be honest. Yeah, I think this is it. It's like it doesn't really make a hell of a lot of sense that you don't have that. Why are these coming up? Oh, it's because we're actually pinging the things, but they are small. 2 seconds. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I will fix that. I will fix that. We can fix that, he says. I like how I've like said that as in like a certainty when I'm like, actually, does that even work? Hold on. That's what's gone on. That's what's up. Okay, I think I fixed it now. I think I fixed it now, folks. It's because I've moved up to oh, the Kofi alerts are like all the way up in the corner as well. There we go. I think that's right. That'll be about right. There we go. Aha! Look at all of this. So there's so many things going on here, just all over the place. Apologies, folks. There we go. D, do you mind doing that again? Just hit an exclamation mark, streamsight. Appreciate that. You're in here too. Welcome from Lysadin. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Do you reckon we can get that? Do you reckon we can get the amount of likes on the YouTube stream to 25? There we go. It appears in the right location now. Look at that. Listen to streamsight, folks. The music that you listen to right now, if you want to have some chill music, we got some lo-fi, we got some rock music, and we've got some EDM. I say EDM. I feel like it's EDM. Electronic. Kind of like want to dance to music. Okay, let me open this up and make sure we got the right things going on. Stream hopping. I love it. You love to seize it. I think that's the login. Let's give it a go. Having a login multiple times to restream is definitely a vibe. Let's have a look. Here we go. Let's make sure I check the actually get the right stream. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Wonderful. Close that now. I can see that. Settings. Embed in stream. Let's do this. Look at me go. I'm doing so well. That didn't copy over. Okay, I'm gonna take that back. Embed chat for Twitch only. I still think that's hilarious. I don't know about you guys. I still think the fact that they're like, oh, there's a version just for Twitch is just highly toxic. Background opacity. There we go. Can we do that? Oh, hold on. Message back. There we go. Chat. And then we go message. Here we go. We're going to get this chat up so you guys can actually see what everybody else is talking about. Refresh the cache. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? Should we give you a little bit bigger? Let's go to scale that up a bit, right? Josh, Sam! It's fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Did someone comment on Facebook? I swear I just saw someone comment on Facebook. I was like, no, oh no, it's because it shows me what it's like over here. I was like, why is someone on Facebook? I'm not even on Facebook. There we go. Wonderful, wonderful. I think that's it. We'll do with that. Seeing other chats is just, yeah, you didn't see it. If you saw it, you didn't. If you saw different chats, you didn't, okay? Engaging the turbo lasers. How you doing, BooTube? You gotta go, no worries, machine. Take care, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, pal. Oh, that's all right. I'm getting follow botted anyway. Thank you, whoever that is. Macca's after morning you had, you might get one. Oh, really? You had a bad morning? Oh, dude, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm still waiting for the roadmap. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? It's going to be a whole thing, isn't it? I feel like roadmap needs to be like a Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League meme just as much as it was an Avengers one. Like, I really do. I'm going to be kind of upset if it isn't, do you know what I mean, at this point? Right. Diggy, can you get me a time? Can you... 38. 38, 37. 14, 37. There we go. Yeah, that's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Like, do you know what I'm going to say, though? Like, with the Twitch stuff, I really wish that Twitch would, like, implement the same things that YouTube will in terms of removing followers, just that it does it over time, so I just don't have to worry about it. Because I always wonder if it's somebody who does this, like, obviously the people who do it, they obviously, some people pay to get it done. Like, it's going to affect you negatively, and it never does. Hey, Joe, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas to you and yours. And again, Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates it. If you don't, no worries. Like, I hope you enjoy the holiday at the very least, right? Hope you enjoy something about this break. That's all I'm going for. Here we go. Okay, I think it has to load anyway. Wow! Diggy! Because they can see on the screen now. They can see on the screen now. They got you now, man. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right, we'll sort that out later. Diggy, can you drop that in the mods chat in our thingy, by the way? And just do it till now. Like, between those times, I appreciate it. Oh, Sam, I just seen that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, pal. Hopefully that improves for you, though, buddy. My wife just sent me a list, which just looks like what I'm eating for lunch, which is just, like, really nice sweets and stuff. Chicken Big Macs are glorious. I don't like them. I don't like them. I'm sorry, I don't. I didn't actually like them at all, if I'm being brutally honest. It just wasn't that nice. I tried the big cheese with bacon, and it just doesn't compare to the Philly steak one. Philly cheesesteak. That's the one. Is that the one? Is that the one I'm thinking of? I didn't like that one. I didn't like that one. Hold on. Is it Live Studio or Live Center? It's Live Center, isn't it? I need to go to Live Center if I want to go live on TikTok. Live Room. Here we go. Yep. Let's edit that. I don't know if it's going to allow me to actually put this in as a I got in trouble with this when I put something into, I think it was like in a Mid Journey, I was doing some tests for some like imagery, and it was like it wouldn't let me put Suicide Squad in there. I was like, bro, what are you doing with your life? Just let me speak. Okay, it's not in there yet. So do we do like I don't know what we do here? Just do other. I feel like I'm gonna have to message TikTok and just say I need you to fix this for me. Let's go other. We're just gonna hit other, see what happens. Here we go, combat deep dive. And we're gonna see how well this actually performs without breaking stuff. You have an important question to ask me. Go for it. Go for it, Temps. Users have not logged in cannot watch your live. Okay. Weird, but sure. Okay, why not? Pretty sure this is fine. He says. I'm going to drop it at 4K bitrate, though. No one on TikTok's that worried about that level of quality, so let's just do it. Boom! Let's hope things don't break. Let's have a look. Oh, wow! That was so fast. That was so fast. I popped up so quick on TikTok. There we go. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag? All the time, Temps. All the flipping time. Can someone do me a favor and go leave a quick message over on TikTok? I want to see if Caster Labs is grabbing that. The Philly cheese stack is amazing. Like the chili, yeah, the Philly cheese. Is it the Philly cheese stack? Yeah, that one. That one's amazing. I love that. I'm not going to lie. Yep. I'm going to ask Sam to go do that if you can, buddy. If you can go and check that for me, I appreciate it. 3 more likes on YouTube. Let's go. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate it. Right, let's start because you're not going. Wow. Sam's like being super helpful. Aiden, thank you so much, buddy. Aiden's being helpful. Bloody Sam. Shakes fist. That's what you get, Sam, for Christmas. One of them. Okay, that could be vastly misconstrued, couldn't it? Don't want to get in trouble. Don't want to get in TOS trouble. Although, I feel like on Twitch at this point, I could do a lot and get away with a lot. I don't know if anybody's been seeing the new meta. Oh, it does! It does come through. Caster Labs is sick. Caster Labs is amazing. I do. I see you over there. Yeah, that's fantastic. Look. Oh, it's not in Restream. It won't pop up in Restream. Okay, I need to figure out how to make Caster Labs look better. As in, like, you know, like getting the stream stuff over there, the stream chat. Because that is so good. That is really good. I'm not going to lie. Like, that is amazing. Yeah, I feel like if I can get the chat bot to work better there, that'll be really good. That's such a shame that doesn't work there like that, though. Okay. Oh, Sam's a moderator over there as well. Look at that. Beautiful, so I can see it. Trying to get, dude, no worries. I appreciate that. That's really helpful. Just seeing that, just we see that. Grandpa Simpson, angry fish shaking. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so it doesn't appear on the chat here, which is fine. I don't think that's too much of a problem. Actually, let me move that over there so it's just a little bit more out of the way. Is TikTok supposed to be 1080 60 or is that default TikTok encoding? It's not supposed to be 60. It should be 50. I don't know if I can change the output in terms of the frames though. Oh, damn! Oh, they have got some really cool things added onto the vertical plugin where you can do multiple, like, canvases now. Bro, I didn't even see that. That's sick. Shut up. That's amazing. That is so cool. That is so cool. I'm sorry. That's actually really amazing. Guys, you go and check this out already. OBS. Use my OBS frames. My OBS frames should be 50. Diggy, it might just be saying 60, just because it doesn't really understand why I'm doing 50. That's probably what it's doing. It's probably like, well, bro, what the what? Yeah, it's probably just default. That's all good. Thank you for checking that, pal. I appreciate that. Right. Should we have a look and see? Should we have a look and see and have a look at some of this Suicide Squad content? Because I'm really excited to go through it. We're going to be going literally from the start. Like, from the start and going through and just checking out everything that's been, like, output, everything that's been shown on there, everything you guys, like, might want to see in terms of, like, you know, going through things again. And I'm going to kind of stop and start things as we go. A lot of you might have seen this content. If you haven't, I highly suggest you go check it out on the Suicide Squad YouTube page. But I'm going to start running through it, and I'm going to pause at different points, and we're going to have a look and see what we can see from the combat perspective and go into a bit of a deep dive around what we should expect to see and what we want to see from the game. So if you want to comment on anything, again, reminder, alpha is still under NDA. I'm not going to be talking about any impressions or my feelings or anything around that, but I'm going to be talking about the stuff that will be on stream, the things that I do feel about it, and we're going to have a chat around about Suicide Squad in general, because there is a lot of conversation going on around this game. Not all positive, but I am very excited about this game, and I'm very positive about it, and I understand some people aren't. I get that, and I understand if you don't enjoy the game, please understand that this is probably not going to be the stream for you, honestly. And I know it's like everyone's like, oh, be welcoming to everybody, but I don't really feel like if you don't enjoy this game, or you're not excited about this game, or you're like, oh, I actually like just full on like this is the worst game, because I have seen people like that. I haven't got time for it, guys. I don't stream that often very often anymore on my own channel, so just please know that in the nicest possible way, I ain't got time for your bullshit. I'm going to be doing me, and I'm going to be having fun with this game, and I hope hopefully those of you who are excited about the game and looking forward to it will enjoy it with me. Please don't yuck our yum. We're excited about this. Those who are excited about it. Again, open to like talking about things. If you want to have a conversation about stuff, I'm not saying that I want to live in a bubble. I'm not saying this and that and the other. What I'm trying to say is if you can have an honest conversation about honest criticisms and valid criticisms around the game, I'm absolutely open to that. But what I don't want to do is this to become an argument or slinging kind of insults at like the game for any kind of reason, and definitely not slinging them at developers. That is not what we're here for. If you want to have a conversation, let's talk. But if you are going to just come in and go, this is my point of view, you will listen. I'm not going to. You will be shouting into the ether. Just letting you know now, just so we're fully aware of how this works. But yeah. Temps. You like how this game looks, you mean? Because if you were saying, I like this game, you may be talking about impressions, which are under NDA. Anyway, right. We're going to jump in. Good Lord, we're going to mute the music. I'm going to start off with the story trailer. Let's do it. You like the way it looks? Yes, no, that's very fair. I agree. That is a... I can't with Temps. Never played the game. You're killing me. Right, let's dive in. Let's have a look. We're going to check it out now. Let's go full screen so we can actually see everything, okay? Can everybody hear everything okay? Let me know if the volume's a little too loud. I'm going to turn it down a little more side.
The worst of the worst.
The worst of the worst of the worst.
You're good at what you do, even if what you do is far from good.
I love Deborah Wilson, man. I'm so glad she's in so much stuff recently. There's a lot of people have been like having a go at it. They're like, Deborah Wilson is in everything. It's like, 'cause she's good. Like, I want to see more. I want to see more people coming in. Don't get me wrong. I love Troy Baker and I love Nolan North and I love Jennifer Hale. But like, those guys are like everywhere, and they have been for the past like decade. I'm glad that we're seeing more people. I would love to see more people coming in as well, especially people who have as much talent as people like Deborah Wilson. And again, Nolan North, Troy Baker, all those folks, they do great. So I don't think it's bad seeing multiple times, especially if they're good. Sir Junda, yes. What's with the shark? He's finished. Oh my god, I'm finished. So, I mean, we're looking at a few things here.
I was just about to do that.
We're looking at a few things here. Enemy types are definitely interesting. Like, I know there's been a lot of people like talking about like their opinions on like the shooting the purple thing to do this and that and the other. But I honestly think there's going to be a lot more to this, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see these boss fights. I'm so hyped about it. I have no idea. Wait a sec. Wait it. Pew, 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 pew. It's time. Wait, hold on. Bro, how did we not see the vehicles before this? How I not see the vehicles before this? This is... It's like the Batmobile from Wish, but still, like, how did we not see this? No, like, seriously, because obviously we found out just recently the vehicles have been a thing, but, like, how did I not hear anyone talking about this prior to this? Genuinely, like, that's crazy, right? We have the Batmobile at home, the Batmobile at home.
Raise your hand if taking on the Justice League is the worst idea you've ever heard.
I kind of zoned out.
I'm so ready for the humor, honestly. Like, I'm hoping that humor translates, like, really well to, like, the full game. Like, who's everybody thinking of? Because I kind of want Boomer just for the humor. Boomer for the humor. This is so good. Oh, jeez, I forgot about that bit. Content warning.
He's not gonna make it.
To be fair, we do have the game like enabled, so obviously like the appropriate things will be a thing. Kind of zone out IRL. You IRL? Yeah. Oh, hold on. Oh. I want to go back. There's a few things I want to go back to. We can have a look at here. This is a really interesting scene. Actually, I'm gonna do this. Where is it? Here, not here. Where is it? Where do we see it? Where do we see it? Here. Okay, that was not helpful. Okay, so they're like having a right old Barney out in the thingy. Okay, so we are seeing Wonder Woman kick a bit of butt there. Like, she is like doing very well. Sorry, I'm gonna whack this up to 4K. We're gonna get some nice crispy detail here. But she is still doing pretty awesome there. But there is battles for both of these that it seem like they're in like two completely. I know this is like not combat, but like that's outside, and that seems like the Hall of Justice. We've seen that before.
Repeat, the Penguin is in flight.
Also, last performance by Kevin Conroy's Batman. So excited about that. I'm really excited about it. A lot of people have been using it in a very, very weird way. As in, they've been using it as a negative, like, because they don't like some of the... By the way, some of the leaks that came out, obviously, I'm not going to talk about them, but some of the leaks on how, like, Batman's story progresses, were kind of released. I just want to let everybody know that those things, by the way, the person that leaked them has basically said they were making a lot of it up, and they was just filling blanks. So I think... It's absurd that that's the thing. This is really interesting, though, that this had a release date of 2022. Very interesting. Hey, Rangers, thank you so much for that follow over there on TikTok. I appreciate that. Hold on, we've jumped straight forward to, we've jumped a little bit too far forward there, so we're gonna go through each one. I'm gonna go through the gameplay trailer now. And again, these are videos from 2 years ago at this point, so just want to make sure everybody's aware of that.
When I think of the
So we are obviously gonna see things change from there to here.
Wonder Woman, Superman, Green Lantern. You don't want to mess with that lot. But you, Barry, you're just the team mascot, aren't you, mate? The loser of the league, folks. The fastest man alive. It's the Flucker.
I forgot a lot of this, I'm not gonna lie.
Brainiac.
I gave you orders. Kill the Flash, or I'll kill you myself.
Cool. Okay, traversal-wise, who's picking who? I'm like based on traversal, based on what we've seen in traversal, I really like how King Shark looks like plays like you would expect Hulk to, but I'm sorry, you give me a jetpack and a sniper rifle, like I'm there. That's where I'm at. I'm dead shot like all the way, but that's why I think a machine asked me earlier, was like, who am I thinking of aiming? And it's definitely gonna be. Oh.
Why don't you just mail me the bullet?
I really think it's going to be Deadshot. I think as well, the fact that they feature him quite heavily. I do feel like Harley's with the swing is going to feel a little bit strange by comparison, because all of these guys are so fast. They move so quickly, so you're really going to like, oh, hello. Are you bringing more presents? Charlie's just bringing more presents in while we're in it. These big enemies look insane, though. And I'm wondering how durable like a lot of these things are going to be. Are they going to be? Are we talking like? Because a lot of the stuff that we've seen, from the combat side of things, has just been like amount of like enemies. Now I don't know if we're going to have like tons and tons and tons of enemies, or if we're going to have like really like strong like bullet spongy enemies as well. Sorry, folks, I got presents incoming by the, like, metric ton at this point. Oh, wow, did he just eat that thing's head? I can't remember this one. It's been 2 years since I've watched this trailer. Boomerang might be the best when we use the movement. Yeah, absolutely. I think that might be a thing as well, yeah. Fast and crazy, hard to control. I think that's like, for me, it like his seems like the most unique. When we're looking through the stuff here, it definitely seems like his is the most unique. But I think we look at that a little bit further in anyway. So the further we actually get into these videos, I think we'll start to see stuff that's more focused on how that feels. But this is actually, hold on, this was like a year ago, wasn't it? Yeah, this was a year ago. This is when I started, I think this is when I first started teaching Charlie to do the I am vengeance, I am the night. I love the vibe here though. This is very much Arkhamverse vibe. Because obviously that's the Arkhamverse music, isn't it? Ah, I am vengeance. I am the night.
All right,
I
clear.
am
Keep your eyes on him, people.
Batgirl. Wait, hold on. The game's already out. Damn, did we miss it? It's been out for a year, folks. You just like, no one's been paying attention.
This door will not hold. We must barricade it.
You stay here, pal.
I love the voiceover for Harley. Joker, number one, there hasn't been a beta yet. Number two, if you have played the alpha, any impressions on it, which is why we probably want to bump that out of chat, please, mods, are not to be shared. They are under an NDA. By doing that, you are breaking a legal agreement, a thing that you signed to play the game. So please bear in mind that that stuff is not to be put in chat. Yeah, if we could avoid that, it'd be great. Yes, and that is under NDA. That is still under NDA, Joker.
Oh, hey guys.
If we can avoid talking about impressions, that is, yeah, that's all good. That's all good. I'm trying to protect you, by the way. It's not so much for me. It's like literally you can get in trouble for it, not me.
Hey,
Do you see what I mean? Because you can get banned from the game for breaking NDA. I don't think they'll enforce it if I'm being brutally honest, but yeah, just yeah. From Dill from Rugrats? What, Tara Strong? Really?
That doesn't kill people.
Wait.
Are you okay?
I mean, I'm gonna put that as like my Discord entry sound. This looks so creepy, by the way. Like,
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
I love it. I love it so much. Just so much. Oh, and this bit kills me every time. Jay, I'm so hyped, bro. I've been hyped since like 2022, my dude. Wait, not even that. Like, what is that? Like 2021? When did they first announce it? Like 2 years ago. Yeah, I've been hyped for it. I'm a big Avengers fan, so having this whole having the elements of like Avengers, but like respectfully done better. I'm very excited for. But yes, welcome on in, dude. Make sure you just drop a sub to the channel. Welcome on in. We're also streaming over on Twitch if you want to check us out on Twitch as well. But we stream primarily a lot of the content I'm going to be doing for this game is going to be on YouTube. So make sure you check out the BobDuckNWeave YouTube channel. Why quality-wise are we getting tanked right now? Oh, wait, this is 1080? Everything else has been 4K. That's really interesting.
Great. You will have Luther ASAP. Good news! You want Luther, all you have to do is come and get him.
I do love this, by the way. This is obviously so for anybody who's watching, this is the co-op trailer. This is where I got really, really hyped because like for me, this is kind of like the perfect one. Seeing the latest trailer, buying the deluxe this week. Let's go! Folks, if you want to also maybe save yourself a little bit of money on the game, check out my CD keys link. That's that'll be in chat over on. You should be able to see it on Twitch right now. But exclamation mark CD keys in chat will get that link, and you might be able to save yourself a pretty penny on the game. So check that out.
There's a snowball's chance in hell you can destroy it.
He's like, come on!
No matter the cost. Are we clear?
No matter the cost.
Where the snowball?
And let's see if we can get those 25 likes over here on YouTube. Let's see if we can do that. I like, so this is this footage as well. Is this like from this video's from 9 months ago. Obviously the footage is in development and not final. But one of the things I'm noticing here as well is like the traversal seems to be quite intrinsic to the combat. So it's like, whereas usually you'd have traversal be a thing, a way to get in between places, especially in open world games like this, it does feel like the traversal is not as separate as you'd see in other games. Like, for example, like you see Spider-Man 2, for example, traversal is less of a part of the combat and more a part of the enjoyment of the overall game. I love the traversal in Spider-Man, but I feel like the traversal in this is very much more focused on how do you move around the combat area and how does that work, right? So it's kind of more intrinsic to that. Because in a play, like, obviously, like that, when going around the tank and actually being able to do that is dodging the... Like, actually, I'll come back. We're going to go back and show. Because obviously, when you're doing this, and I know people's concerns with, like, the hit the purple thing, and that's how that works. Obviously, with, like bigger enemies, having that versus bullet sponges, for me, is a bit better. I prefer that because you're actually relying a bit more on accuracy and skill, rather than doing something that's more like, okay, well, I'm just going to do it. Having like crit points in games like this, especially like if you've ever played Destiny, if you've ever played like any kind of like looter, then you'll see that those are like quite key, right? So I'm fine with that versus having something that, for example, like if you guys have played Division, which I do enjoy Division, but if you play stuff like Division is very much shoot them in the head 8 billion times until they fall over. More about just increasing their health, and I much prefer something that requires us to actually, especially if you are putting like the traversal in quite heavily, that you actually move around a lot, do a lot of like actually like use the traverse. Like, what is that, by the way? What even is that? It looks like a building. I thought it was like a friggin' like 3-legged mech, but it actually looks like a building just with like stuff like holding it together, like Brainiac goo holding it together. What even? I need to take a closer look at that in a second. But if it's gonna be about, okay, like the smaller enemies, I feel like smaller enemies looks very much like it's gonna be the amount, right? You need to just like manage like what's going on in the area, move around, dodge a lot. I think dodging is going to be a lot more pivotal. Wait, Harley got a minigun there? I didn't even see that. But having those elements of just being like incredible, like trying to be more mobile, being the thing that ties the combat together, I think is really interesting versus going, okay. I think Destiny does this very, very well, where you actually have to move around the area as quickly and as agile as possible without getting hit. And I quite like that about Destiny. In fact, I'd say probably that's my favorite thing about Destiny. At the core, the gameplay is just really, really fun. So I'm hoping that kind of thing translates, especially because we've seen a lot of like Destiny folks obviously involved at the start. Jarv, obviously, who was in chat earlier, being a Destiny 2 player, very much having that at the core, I think it's going to be really interesting. So I feel like this is, like, we talk about, a lot of people compare this to Avengers. I feel like we're going to get more of a Destiny kind of style feel, just because of how the traversal works with the gunplay. And it is more focused on, again, we had Avengers being very much focused on abilities of each hero, whereas Destiny is focused on, like, the gunplay, right? And there's a lot of, like, binding elements, which I think allows them to nail those, like, really, really well without doing, like, these crazy amount of development to add new characters with abilities. Do you see what I mean? So, Avengers, you make a new character, they had to make unique abilities to that character, you know, very detailed things that only worked with that one character. And then you have the Destiny, where you have 3 classes, which they build abilities around the gunplay, and everybody can have the guns, right? So that's how I feel that's different, because you've also, we know based on like the later trailers, that we have like a bunch of guns that you can switch in between. Like certain characters can take certain guns.
You want to see what a real hero can
I like this. I love it when it goes a little bit dark here. I will say though, the trailers prior to this, in terms of, because this is a 1080p trailer, the trailers earlier to this were much higher quality. than this one, and I think that hurt this because like the effects on some of these don't look as good as the other ones, and we've seen in the other trailers that they can look way better. So I feel like this has kind of contributed to some of the issues that people have had.
You have to kill us, Diana.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We have to die to save the world.
I love this. I love that. Sorry. That's true. I have to take a second every time that happens. The immediate thing I think is big balancing movement with the taxing, Harley swinging, using minigun one online shows it's going to have a heavy skill ceiling. I feel that's the thing. I do think this game is actually going to require more skill than people think it does. They're like, oh, just shoot at the purple thing. I don't think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be a lot more than just that element to it. I think it's going to have a lot more for it because you are going to, especially like when looking at like how Boomerang moves, and you'll see that again in the later trailers, seeing how he moves. I don't know if it's going to be a thing of, like, how easy is it going to be? Do you have to master the character to really do well? What elements are kind of involved with that combat? Again, we're going to see more of this, and especially, hopefully, as we see a beta, people will be able to get a bit more of an idea. Do you guys want to watch the behind-the-scenes thing real quick, by the way? Do you guys want to see the behind-the-scenes thing? Because I don't want to pop this up if people aren't not interested. Because obviously we were talking about the combat. If you want to see this, because we have time to pretty much go through most of this. Actually, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking a lot of these videos are very short. So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I want to look at the insiders. Those are the key ones that I kind of want to look forward to. So we'll have a quick look at this, and we feel like if we're lagging a little bit. I was quite late to get started with the stream. Like actually started talking about it. So yeah, I'll make sure that I get as much in. Hey, Sharuk, how you doing over there on TikTok, buddy?
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is an extension of the Arkhamverse, and it's really about now reframing the story and telling it.
This is really interesting. I actually saw a comment on the Arkhamverse in general, by the way, from Comic Historian, who you guys might know does a lot of comic book, coverage, a lot of movie coverage all around comic books, comic movies and stuff like that, as well as games and everything like that. And he was very much like it's an Elseworld. So there's this idea that the Arkhamverse exists as its separate thing from Elseworld, but it's actually in itself is an Elseworld. I thought that was really cool. If you haven't checked it out, it's actually over on his Twitter if you want to go check that. This will most likely only run on medium graphics, 60 FPS, and my CPU isn't that good, but decent until I get a new one for February 1st. That's fair, that's fair.
City, the Justice League are there to try and save the city, but Brainiac has captured and brainwashed them and turned them against the very people they've been sworn to protect.
Oh, fuck, it's Superman!
I still love that just as a sentence. Oh, fuck, it's Superman. You're awake? Oh, good to... Well, I'm glad, buddy, because if you weren't, that would be a little bit weird. I'm doing good, buddy. Checking out a lot of the stuff for the old Suicide Squad. Very excited.
And Amanda Waller scrambles to try to remedy this and essentially.
But Jay, I'm glad. Hopefully, this game has a good launch. I'm hoping for it as well. I think there's an opportunity for it, but there's a lot of people, unfortunately, that are very skeptical about other games, or they're not. I found like a lot of people who are just not for this type of game, and I get that, and I absolutely understand that for some people, like I know so many people who will never play Destiny because of, like the way it plays, and that's absolutely fine, right? You don't have to love every single game, and I think that's one of the biggest things, right? A lot of people are like, it's like, oh well, I don't like this kind of thing, or like microtransactions and stuff like that. As far as I can tell from what we've seen so far, microtransactions are optional, like they are not like pay to win elements. As far as I can tell, I'm not going to say that as a fact. So again, we haven't seen the game's not available yet, so we haven't been able to see it. Like, as far as I can tell, all of the microtransactions, battle passes, and all those things are all optional. I know there's this whole thing of going, it's like, oh well, if it has a battle pass, it's fully playable. From what they've said, we are having a fully playable single player, and eventually, obviously, offline, because they released the fact that obviously they were going to have an option that you can play entirely offline. There will be a version of this game, a full version of this game, which will have the full story, include everything there, and then it will have an end game. Which again, they have said everything is going to be free. I'm skeptical about the free DLC. I honestly think they should charge for DLC and additional characters, which again they've mentioned. But I don't know how easy it is for them to scale those characters. I know Avengers, from my experience with Avengers, it was very hard to create such a unique character that worked obviously on previous consoles as well and all this sort of stuff. But obviously this being a next-gen game, maybe it's going to be a bit easier for them to be able to scale them up, especially because they're less unique in terms of all of their abilities, as in they don't have to build custom animations for every single bit, like for all the guns. You can just use the same guns. I know it's going to be hard still, but I'm imagining there might be a streamlined way of them making those characters. If that's the case, then I'm a little less scared about the fact that the DLC is going to be free. But we'll see. We'll see how it pans out.
One of the most exciting parts that connects our
Hey, Charles, welcome on in, buddy. Hopefully, Lord, yeah, honestly, I agree, Film. And thank you so much for jumping over here on Twitch as well. Folks, again, remember that you can watch in much higher clarity over on YouTube, and I super appreciate you guys checking out on there, because that's where I'll actually be putting a lot of my Suicide Squad builds and all of the content that's coming up. So make sure you go give that a like and try open up a tab if you haven't already, because that really helps too.
Toyman, who's helping.
I really like Toyman. So.
And then finally,
here we
we
go.
have Gizmo, who is helping the squad with insane vehicle creations that let you blow shit
Wait,
up.
we've jumped forward. We've jumped forward. Wait, hold on. Am I losing my mind? We were like, we didn't have... So many people were saying that we didn't know about vehicles. But we did.
Metropolis is your playground. You're going to get to meet different characters, different
We did know about vehicles.
And you really get to see these cool, iconic locations.
Being the city of tomorrow kind of like meant start.
My mind is like all over the place right now.
It's always raining, and that contrast with like a city that's very grand, it's very clean. It's very
I thought we did, and then someone said to me that we didn't, so I just kind of took it on faith. Oh, Jesse said, okay, so I'm very sorry, because I'm not sure of it. I'm gonna try and pronounce his name correctly, but Jarice, he actually is working on the new Black Panther game, by the way. Which is really, really cool. Yeah, the gameplay wasn't shown, Jarv, was it? Yeah. But it was mentioned there. He said Gizmo's going to create vehicles for you. Did we all collectively forget that there was vehicles? Sorry, this fella here, I'm going to say, again, apologies if I'm getting the name wrong, but Jarice is actually working now at Cliffhanger Games, and is actually working on the Black Panther solo game, which I'm super hyped about as well. But yes, sorry, just want to say, because like there's like elements that I'm really excited about, like other games that come off. A lot of the folks that were previously working at Rocksteady are now working in different studios as well. So obviously that's how gaming dev works, like people move same as they do with regular jobs. But yeah, say regular jobs, it is a regular job, right? But you know, like with, you know, the boring ones. I feel like game devs get so much, like, it's so cool to be able to do it, but they get so much flack. So I also like understand it's probably more stressful than, like, I say definitely more stressful than my job.
How to use them all to
but yeah, no, Phil, I'm really hopeful for the launch of this, because I feel like from what we've seen, I love that attack, by the way. I love from what we've seen, like, I'm so excited for the game just in general, just for this. Yep, here we go.
Shotguns, miniguns, and pistols. There's added variety from weapon manufacturers. There's LexCorp weapons.
This is what I'm excited about. So when we start to see things like, and we talk about this, they talk about this a little bit later with the latest trailer, which I'm going to leave that till last, because obviously it has some story spoilers in it. So I'll leave that till the end of the show, like late as I can, to the end of the stream. But there's elements of this that I'm so excited about. Again, you can see the elements and that they're using, like poison ones and stuff like that. There we go. And as far as we've been told, there are actually 2 elements that you can actually have equipped at one time, I believe. Again, don't quote me on that. We're going to check it out a little bit later when we go into it. But I think there's so many like cool things. Here we go. Here, this is where we start pausing. These are the bits where we start pausing. So as we can see on here, these are the legendary ones we're looking at. There is potentially a higher level than legendary. I know that's been a rumor that's been going around. Again, I don't want to say indefinitely. I don't want to say like that's going to definitely be a thing. But my understanding is there is a level that exists above legendary. So you do have the what I'm going to say is like green. So being like, it's like gray, green, blue, purple. I think we see this in a later one, but like purple, gold, and then apparently there is a rumor that there is one above that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that will be lended to. Hopefully that'll be some like really high level like end game activities. Again, from what I'm expecting from this is the main story. It actually won't be too heavily like built on this. So the way that again, this is me reading between the lines. The way I'm seeing a lot of this stuff in terms of gear score, which I think is what is putting people off doing like playing this game is people be going like, oh well, I don't like that, you know. Oh, hold on, actually I'm just realizing I can actually just do this. There we go, we get full screen. What people are going is like, oh well, I don't want to play with a game with gear score, and that's fine. A lot of people that we found this again with Avengers. A lot of people didn't want to do that gear score kind of Destiny like kind of looted thing. That's absolutely fine. What my impression is, and again, this is me reading through the lines, and not my impressions of the alpha, but my impression of what we've seen in the videos and what we've seen the devs talk about online, is the fact that what we're probably gonna get is this experience, this self-contained experience, which can be played like solo or multiplayer, and again, eventually an offline, completely offline, but will be like this Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. The 4 characters that you have to start off with, all of that going on, and that was that, right? So that's this part, right? So that's the bit that you pay for the AAA game, right? That's the $60, whatever it is, $60, $70, whatever it is. That's that. And then you have this other piece, which is like the other part of the game, which is like the end game, and, you know, all of this extra story that they're going to add, the DLC characters, DLC story, all of these sort of things, which they've already talked about and already said that's going to be free. Obviously, that's going to be supported by stuff like microtransactions and like things like that. That's the impression. But again, the impression is there that all of that stuff is going to be optional. You don't have to buy any of that stuff. Again, impression, we don't know for sure, but that's the impression that, so you buy the game, you play the game, that's it. Everything, and that's what you pay for. That's what you pay the money for. And then after that, there are elements that is end game, as in like Destiny. Say it's basically the Destiny model. I think realistically, people are looking through this through the Avengers lens because it's a comic book game that has looting elements to it. Whereas this is much more probably like Destiny style, which again makes a hell of a lot of sense why we're seeing Destiny creators being brought in as early as they were. So I think that's the thing to consider, where it's like it's not going to be the same. I think it's people like are going, oh, I don't want to play a looter. That might be the fact that then if you are not like a fan of something like Destiny or Borderlands, or again in part Avengers, but like if you're not a fan of those kind of looter shooter games, you probably won't like the end game part of this game, right? Here he is. You probably won't like the end game part of this game. And that's okay, by the way. I just want to like clarify this to everybody. It's like, if you don't like looter shooters, you probably aren't going to like a game that has a lot of looting and a lot of shooting in it. And the elements that they're adding in here that I don't think, like in terms of the end game, I don't think will detract from the actual story experience that you have. So I don't think you're going to be like through the main game. I don't think we're going to be sat there going like micromanaging our menus and min-maxing, right? I don't think we're going to see that, because it's going to be story focused, get a better gun, equip better gun, whatever, just carry on, right? Like I don't think you'll need to be concerned at all with any of that. I don't think you will. I don't think anybody's going to be sat there going like, oh, well, you know, I didn't, you know, this and that and the, like, I didn't see this there and all of the, like, why? I'm trying to vocalize this properly. I don't think you're going to see people going like, oh, I need to make sure that I've got the appropriate, I forgot to put the chat up on here, by the way. Actually, I'll leave it off just so we're watching the videos. I don't think you're going to see people like whinging and moaning about once they actually start playing it, whinging and moaning about like having to swap up the gear to get better. I think they'll just go, it has a green like upwards arrow, equip that, do that, and you get through the main story. I think where you're going to start to see this stuff come into play is the end game, and that's when we're focusing on like that loot loop. So you're going in and that you're going and actually grabbing like you're going to go get like the right you have to get the right like damage type or like affliction type, I think it's called, and stuff like that, to be able to do those things right in that way. So you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna go and like get like the poison one or the ice like affliction to fight this specific type of enemy in this specific type of encounter. And I think that's when you get to the end game. I don't think that's going to be a thing that we're going to be sat and like micromanaging through the main part of the game. Do you know what I mean? As long as I'm not falling through the map and my in-game unlockable stay unlocked, then I'm good. I love it. But yeah, I think end games always have the problem elements of repetitiveness. Yes, they will, but I think that's the thing. It's like it's a different type of player. You've got the things where you're like, okay, one type of player will enjoy, I reckon, the story elements and the things that the Rocksteady are very well known for, building and crafting really great worlds and like themes around the worlds as well. I know a lot of people are like, well, it's really colourful and it's not dark and gloomy like Arkham. Like, this is Metropolis. This isn't Gotham. There is going to be a difference. You are going to see them differently. They've got a guy running around in like, you know, bright blue and bright red like outfit. It's not the same as if it was Gotham and it's Batman, right? It's gonna feel different. It's a different place. They're making a different game. Yes, it exists in the same universe. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's the exact like the Arkhamverse, for all we know, isn't a single like universe, right? Like it's like there could be like different ones. Like DC is built on the fact that there are like infinite worlds, right? And I think that's these are things that we need to keep in mind. Like, just because it doesn't fit your exact idea of it doesn't mean it's not going to be enjoyable. And if you don't enjoy that type of game, that's also a thing that is fine. If you don't like it, you don't have to play it. If you don't like the end game, but you like the main part of the story, you can do that bit and you don't have to carry on. No one's forcing you to play it. You know what I mean? But again, like, you know, refunds like exist for a reason. If you want to try it out or if you want to wait for a sale, that's also valid. And that's not a negative, right? Like, if you just want to go, actually, it's just not for me right now. I want to wait for a sale and I'll get it later on. You can do that. It's the beauty of gaming that we have this ability to be able to pick and choose what we do when we do it. And actually enjoy like games the way we want to do. Just make sure that you're allowing everybody else to do it as well. But going back to the combat, because this is obviously what we're here to talk about today. And I can't get my mouse to jump over the other PC. There we go. There's a few things that I want to talk about here, which I'm not quite sure about, and I think this is going to be really interesting. Obviously, we've got DPS and then damage per hit is going to be different. Obviously, we're looking at a sniper rifle right now and a Lex. There's so much to break down here. Let's go from the top. So we actually have a legendary. We talked about the rarities. We've got LexCorp, and we've obviously heard there's like GCP. Sorry, there's like, is it Metropolis like PD ones, I think they said, or GCPD. There's a Bane one, I think someone mentioned. There's a bunch of different ones in there and different afflictions. And again, we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but different like manufacturers with different afflictions and stuff like that. With the things which I'm really liking about this, you can actually calculate, and I think there's going to be a lot of different types, because I was like, is all the snipers going to work pretty much similar? But like the way it's looking, and from what I can see over here at least as well, there's these little dot indicators, which I can only assume these dot indicators are going to be like what you would assume is like the best of the best. So where you've got like the critical damage here, where it's like 2 markers on there, I feel like that's like, you're probably going to not get much higher. You're probably going to be like 300 or 400% increased critical damage. So that's going to be kind of like the max, so you can get an indicator of how that is. That's what it looks like anyway. Or like, you know, like the tier in itself, like it's almost like a tier built in. There's so many elements here that we just don't really know how to kind of like understand how this works. Obviously, you've got the reload speeds there as well, and you've got the capacity and just all these different things to think about. I think there's going to be a lot of elements that you can customize as well. I think they talk about a little bit later in terms of like building those actual loadouts with the Penguin. Again, we'll talk about it a bit, but there's some really cool things I think that you get with the legendaries from what we can see, which is like critical reloads, which again, I'm kind of going to liken to Gears of War. That's my assumption there. But they have like 100% chance to instantly burn the next enemy hit. So I think a lot of this is how you would build things up in terms of like, you know, building up. They've talked about how combos are a big part of this. So like you have combos like build up different things, critical reloads build up different things, melee like setups, and all these things like setups to be able to do the next like maneuvers. Anthem did this really well, by the way, and I know that's like I know Anthem's like a swear word when it comes to looter shooters, but like Anthem did this really well. The setup and then the prime and then the detonation. And I feel like we're going to get a lot of those elements in here as well. Again, we'll probably see this as we go along. But
means that you can take on much harder.
Here we go. So there's things as well, like the shield harvest damage. We've seen this in terms of like when you hit an enemy and then you harvest that enemy's shields as well. They actually have elements that can increase those so you can heal quicker. I feel like this is, again, from what we've seen, this is very much, if anybody's ever played Outriders, there is an element of that basically you don't take cover, you don't hide, you are constant, like, you know, battering down the doors, right? You are knocking on the enemy's front door and just kicking it in and just going ham. And I feel like that's going to be this case. And the way that you're going to regenerate health is literally, shield, I guess in this case, is going to be literally just like getting in, getting close, and getting like, you know, getting stuck in. What's Anthem? Never happened? Don't know what you're talking about. I love that. The gun loot stuff reminds me more of Borderlands. Yeah, I feel like it's like, it still feels like its own thing. If we're likening it to things, I feel like Destiny, just because guns, and melee like ability things, and statuses and all that kind of like stacking, like, you know, like stacking your like your effects and all these sort of things. Like in Destiny, you stack your buffs to be able to do the most amount of damage to like a really hefty boss. I'm hoping that's how this feels, right? Borderlands does similar, if not better. I haven't played a lot of Borderlands myself, but like I didn't really enjoy Borderlands, but I don't know if that was the cell shading used to throw me off. It used to make my eyes go weird.
More and more builds, more and more ways to customize your character to really fit the way you want to play.
But yes, that's like again how they've said that in terms. Oh, here we go. So the upgradable, and we've seen a lot of this come out on Twitter recently. You can actually like tweak your weapons as well.
To complete your missions, but most importantly, you will be able to customize.
I'm gonna be. That's so cool. I think I'm going to be playing this Deadshot. I'm going to have that one.
Any of the outfits, you can be running around in your asylum jail outfit and still have like the best gear score ever.
That's going to be the one. This is why I'm on it. So I'm pretty sure those are the pre-order skins, aren't they? The Justice League ones are the pre-order skins.
Solo play, playing with a friend, 2 friends, or 3 friends.
For the single-player fans, you can.
I'm having a look at this as well.
With bots filling in the role of the squad, so you still feel like you're part of a team, and you can switch them if you want. We'll try King Shark now. Or we can say, well, I think Harley will be a better fit for this.
I love how you can do that as well. Like, it's not like.
But if you really want to tear it up,
like just being able to like hot swap to the characters, I think it's going to be really fun as a single player thing. Especially if like if you like normally play co-op, but you want to just play solo and you want to just like run around and like do things. That being able to do that is really cool because you go, okay, well I normally play Deadshot, but like now maybe I'm going to play Harley. Just get a different like kind of like perspective on it. Hey Drizzy, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Pre-order is the classic. Apologies, there we go. Yeah, the GTA character swapping, it seems like it's like that, yeah.
To our players. We're going to have new playable characters, new weapons.
Again, new playable characters, new weapons, new missions. That to me sounds like there's going to be like, again, this is where I think more like Destiny, like where you get like certain weapons from doing certain missions. So I feel like I'm hoping for like raid-like things or like dungeon-like things, again, akin to Destiny, that you can have these things where the loot is like really chaseable.
Harley Quinn kills the
That's what I kind of want. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, anyway.
If you like RPG elements, if you like co-op games, if you like customizing your characters, if you want to play as a badass, this game kind of has it all.
This lady just like literally lists off all the things that I like in games. Hey Moses, how you doing? You're excited? I'm excited, buddy. I'm hyped.
You like live executions? Well, don't touch that dial, or I'll break your fingers.
This is I actually love the switch up with Flash. He goes from like really like cutesy and fun to then like I'm gonna murder you all. It's the whole vibe. Right, let's jump and have a look at this. This is actually one of the more recent ones, especially in the last month. We've seen a lot of stuff from the team. So this is literally a month ago now. And we are going to crank this up to the... Oh, it's again 1080. Again, what I've noticed, though, the jump between the 9 months and this, pretty huge.
I'm Darius Sadigian, Studio Director at Rocksteady Studios.
Hello, Darius. I'm just saying, Rocksteady, if you need somebody to come by, swing by the London office, I'm down there every month. I'm down there every month for work. So if you wanna, I can drop in. You want me to? I can drop in. That's so good.
Not features, but Rocksteady fundamentals. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. I mean, we wanted to tell a new story. We wanted to expand the Arkhamverse. Coming from Batman, where it was just from his perspective, just from his lens.
Again, I need to replay these as well.
Was really the hook for us.
Suicide Squad killed the Justice League is a third-person action.
It'd be interesting if an exotic, whatever it's called, can have unique perks that has chaseability. That's what I think we're gonna have, Sam. That's what I think it's gonna. Again, for me, let me pause this. The markers that I see for stuff like expecting stuff like exotics, right? Like again, I know I'm doing a lot of Destiny comparisons here, but like I imagine what we're going to see is this whole element of when they're saying new missions, new guns, that's what kind of fires it off in my head. And again, the biggest thing for me is seeing Destiny creators being brought in early in the game's development. It's just, for me, it's like, okay, I feel like the notes they're trying to hit, and what, again, reading between the lines, but the notes that they're trying to hit are repeatability that actually makes sense, is fun, and again, I think the core gameplay looks incredible. So I think that's like, again, before we all need to get our hands on it and be able to actually talk about like our impressions about the game before we can obviously dive into that. But I think what you're going to have is this level of a really you talked about this earlier, like this high skill ceiling for the game in the traversal and the gameplay and the gunplay, sorry. So the traversal and gunplay being quite high ceiling when you get into like the really like hefty elements of it. So I think if you have elements like a raid or more enclosed areas where traversal is maybe more reduced, this and that and the other, or maybe they expand the map, or maybe they add maps or whatever. I don't know how they're going to do it. But like if you have those elements that are just like forcing you to fight harder and harder and harder bosses that require a higher skill ceiling, but also min-maxing your gear. I feel like that's going to be a really good opportunity to go, okay, well, you can run this mission multiple times to be able to get that really like low chance, but like you know, like high risk, high reward kind of like deal with like a, you know, an exotic, whatever we're gonna call it, exotic like guns and like gear. Because the thing is as well, like, and again, we look at this later on, but it's not just guns, right? Like there are things. Again, we'll look at this in a little bit. We'll talk about gear in a little bit from the guns perspective, though. I think that's definitely going to be a thing. We will have these things that people are going, oh man, I got the thing. Right, I got the. I'm trying to think of like I got like the Galahorn of like, you know, of Suicide Squad. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it's gonna be that. That's what I'm excited for. Yeah, the god roll of it, like, do I get the right stats? Like, yes, I got it with that unique perk, but did I get it with these other 3 stats that are, like, really, really awesome? Or can I craft those things if I work at it and get, like, the right things, you know? Right, man, thank you, buddy, I appreciate that. Yeah, oh, sorry, you've just said that. I've just read that. Some exotics have variables, one exotic might have better... Yes, yeah, exactly that, exactly what... Words out of my mouth. I didn't see that message before you sent it, but yeah, exactly that. I think that's where the really exciting element comes in, is where you start to have those things where you can go, okay, well, I got the perfect version of this gun, or like I like need to re-roll it, or like if that's a, again, we've seen crafting as a thing, but do we have this element of like, hold on, I think my man Jarv's about to appear on this one.
In the next few months, we'll be unpacking the game, answering your questions and sharing a few surprises as we move closer to our launch on February.
I think that's what's going to really excite me and entice me to replay the game like more and more, you know. But again, we're going to have to wait and see.
The Rocksteady team as we explore more of the game's story, the world of Metropolis, and the core gameplay experience.
The Suicide Squad. A fitting moniker.
Let's jump into it.
Right. I forget, that's the intro. This thing's like 20 minutes long.
A game in a superhero universe, the protagonist is the best person for the job. The squad are definitely not the best people for this job. They're the only people available.
Hey, Suicide!
The only people available.
Fuck you!
So it gives the narrative...
I'm really ready for this kind of like game as well, because like you don't really see like this like level of adult humor. That looks terrifying, by the way. This kind of level adult. Oh my god! Wait, hold on.
Because slightly panicked.
Hold on. Wait. Ready? You ready for this? Watch in. She got a little Batman doll, like attached with Christmas lights to her bat. That's brilliant. Get it, Batman? Oh, I'm sorry. That's too funny. That's too funny. That's brilliant. You're gonna be a Harley Boomerang, man. I feel like I'm Deadshot, then Boomerang, then Kingshot, then Harley. I just don't know about her traversal. I'd be interested to see.
A similar mindset of just like, how do we enhance that experience? How do we excite players in new ways?
I love that they, like, the thing is, like, the more, like, that we hear about it, rumors included, like, the more we hear about this game, the more I'm like, there is so many, like, items and, like, pieces of this that I think are gonna be really awesome because they've thought about it beforehand. Like, I feel like Endgame doesn't feel like an afterthought. It feels like a focus, but they have like people focused on like initial part, like, you know, the first part of the game, the story part of the game, the single player, the like narrative, like really focused on that, and then they have people that also really focused on the end game. And it feels like it was a decision from the outset. Do you know what I mean? If they had people you want Killer Frost, Deathstroke, and Katana,
Harley Quinn.
That would be cool. I really love Reverse Flash.
Hidden in an underground train station, the team...
I wonder if we could get people, like, this is the thing as well, because we've talked about this, we've talked about Elseworlds. I wonder if there's going to be elements of that, like items where we go, okay, we have like different worlds, different universes involved, and like if we can do that, if that's an element that they add into this, I don't know. Like, there's so many different things that could happen here. Like, there's been like,
It's the Hall of Justice.
Well, there you go, Hall of Justice.
Let's rob the place.
I love it. I like elements of like going, okay, well, does Flash, like, do they end up saving? Although it does, like we see in the story, it does indicate that like Flash is like, you got to kill us. But like maybe we see elements of that where it actually changes up and then they save Flash, or Flash resets the timeline, or there's so many different things that they can pull from that could be elements from like existing like things that they can take from, or they could just do something completely different and we won't even know, you know? I'm keen to see how builds are going to work this game because there's so much RNG for loot. You really get honed in on the stats. It's going to make build crafting very, very detailed. Yeah, this is why I'm excited, because I didn't know I enjoyed looters until I found, like, again, with Avengers, I found my love for build crafting. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Again, that's what we're going to be really focused on YouTube as well, folks. I'm going to be creating as many of these things and builds. I'm going to be doing, like, again, I did this for Avengers, but I'm going to be doing infographics, explaining to people how things work, all of these things. And again, these are going to be things that we actually release primarily, early release for members of either Kofi or YouTube as well. So make sure that if you want to be in on those, jump in as a member. There'll be different tiers and different levels and all this sort of stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out. I just love King Shark. He's a mix between smart but also direct and naive. I think it's like an element that he is intelligent, which I prefer to the Suicide Squad movie version where he's dumb. But he's also, like, say, it's more like not socially inept, but just like not socially attuned, I guess. Like, it's not spending that much time with it. Because, like, they try, like, this is actually a great point.
You found the Riddler's hat of invisibility.
He's like, oh. Put the hat on.
Where'd the shark go?
Children.
Like, it's like you think he's gonna fall for it, but he doesn't. Yeah, the content, Jay, what we've heard from Rocksteady is the fact that the content, all the extra content, like new games and all stuff like that, is going to be free. Now, I don't, and I've said this before, I don't know how excited I am about that, just from a perspective of, I think that's not primarily, but I think that's in a large part what caused issues with, Avengers, about not having, like, the end game work, because they didn't charge for it. So I'm apprehensive about that, but we'll see.
That, hat's not gonna get you vertical, Shark.
I can make my own way up.
I like this. I can make my own way up. Right, there is, again, I'm going to kind of just jump forward because we've seen this. We've seen how they operate.
Managed to take these unique abilities and make that an extension of their personalities.
Our power.
Okay, we're going to jump through. There's an interesting element. Sorry, I skipped. Here we go. This door here. I wonder if it's a thing that it's like, that's an element of like, okay, you can't progress to certain areas and pass through the story unless everybody's ready. That'd be interesting to see. Or if it's like a thing that you, like, do the bots just, if you're like solo, do you just do it solo? Do you know what I mean? Samoa Joe is a great King Shark. Is that who's voicing them? Jen, how you doing? So it's an RPG. It's more like it's a looter shooter. It has RPG elements in it, from what we can tell. Yeah, you have like gear scores and stuff like that. Yeah, we're going to be jumping into this, Jen. Actually, that's what we're talking about today. We're deep diving into the combat as best we can with the stuff that's available to us and just understanding what it's all about. You know. But welcome on in. Thank you so much for joining us.
The entire game is about fighting behind enemy lines.
Oi, Waller! What the hell have you sent us?
I also love how he calls her Waller. Not Waller. Waller.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive.
I feel like it was absolutely unintentional. I don't think they're supposed to be there by the sounds of thingy. What? What the? I feel like I'm like this is a month ago, and I'm seeing it in so much more detail now.
What the hell are those things?
Bad guys.
Brainiacs killed them or made them into soldiers to do his bidding. And through this corruption, the people of Metropolis have become extensions of Brainiac.
So I'm interested in this because obviously, like, it's framed very much as, and this is talks about things like, ooh.
player knows from our title.
One of the things I think that like where we look at here is like obviously like everyone like Wonder Woman's like how do we save them, but at the same time everybody's just murking like the grunts, which are actually civilians.
Hey, your face always looks.
Tell the devs how a lot of I feel like the writers had an absolute blast like with the dialogue at the very least. I wish they'd make a Superman game. But I'm also like really excited to play this one as well.
You're talking about, you know, the all-star team of Superman.
Hey, there you go, Samoa Joe.
Pay attention, Floyd.
Let me go home, please. Get it off.
Looks bad, feels worse. But once you've been enhanced, there's no going back.
I don't know if we call that enhanced,
When you
buddy.
face off against the most iconic characters in all of superherodom in the Justice League, it's by many people's definition an impossible task.
You're searching for stragglers, augmenting Brainiac's army.
The Shark gets it.
The stakes that Rock
Shark's smart, that's why.
Challenges they heap upon you.
Hey, Scott! Scott Porter voiced the Winter Soldier in Avengers.
Like, this is the tallest task.
He's done obviously a lot of other stuff, but that's how like that was my first kind of like introduction to him as a voice actor. Yeah, he's playing the Flash. Yeah.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind.
Oh, at this so at this point, Flash is. We've obviously seen Flash up to this point. We haven't seen Flash like good. Okay, do you know what I mean?
Hey, Metropolis.
But there you go. So obviously that doesn't go well.
We have in this game. These are gods like Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, The Flash.
And this, I'm just gonna point out because like this, we're gonna go back to this.
There's nothing more high stakes.
Just listen.
Than the boss battles we have in this game. These are gods like Green Lantern.
Green Lantern. I love that Rocksteady's UK, man. Like you just hear it, it's just like Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, innit?
Batman, Superman, The Flash.
I love it. I don't know why. That just makes me warm. As a Brit, that makes me warm inside, man.
We start to see players look at their weaponry and really ask the question of like, how am I going to kill the Justice League?
Yeah, just the stuff that's going on, and it looks like this stuff is like in-game play as well. Like there's just like so many different elements of things occurring, and I think that's like.
Head northwest. That's the last known of a Gotham arms dealer who's.
Oh, we know who this is. We're gonna jump forward a little bit because I'm trying to stick to time. I'm technically gonna be finishing at 4, but
You'll need it to stay off the streets.
oh my god, this just looks so fun.
At the heart of each character's playstyle is
I will say
how the player moves through this world.
I will say that Booms just looks incredible. Although I don't know how easy it is gonna be able to. That looks to me like high skill.
It's a power fantasy for all players.
At first I said I didn't want to play this if it's a little shit, but I may change my mind. That's absolutely fair, Jen. And I think the thing is as well, like those who are like not into looter shooters, I'd love them to give them the game itself a chance to see if you can get into it. Because before Avengers, I wasn't into looter shooters as a genre, right? I hated it. I was like, oh man, it seems really boring and repetitive. I don't want to do that. Just doing the same thing over and over again. And then, but the problem, the thing was. I was creating this thing going, okay, I don't want to experience this because of my preconceived notion of it before I played it, before I got into it. And then when I played Avengers, I loved the story. I thought it was fantastic. I was like, okay, what else is there to do? We start like looking at more and more stuff going on. I was like, okay, I'm gonna play the thing, right? I'm gonna play this part of it. I'm gonna play like this section and level everybody up and do all this sort of stuff. And as I was doing it, I was like, this is actually really cool because I get to tweak and like min-max my builds, and I was like, and then I started to learn to build craft and theory craft and all of this sort of stuff. And then by the end of it, I became addicted to it, and I built my entire YouTube channel based off of builds in Avengers, and I love it. I'm now in love with it. So that's why I'm like, I want to be able to encourage people to give it a go, okay? Because from where I was like 2 years ago, well, 2-3 years ago, I would never have played a loot shooter. And then I ended up playing Destiny and like doing like every single one of the raids in like a 3-month period because it just Avengers opened my mind to that. Do you know what I mean? So I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but I would love to see people give it a go, just to see if they can kind of awaken this new like love for a different kind of genre of a game. Because if you know you 100% hate it, then you might still like the story, but also be aware that if you are spending like $60 on this, $70 on this, that you might like not enjoy the end game, right? But I reckon everybody's gonna. I reckon most people will enjoy like the story based on what we see now. I think it's just gonna be like a really well crafted like narrative.
At the very core of our game.
Moses, I appreciate your thing. Just make sure that you don't mention any impressions, like whether you enjoyed it, whether you didn't enjoy it, anything like that, because that's actually breaking the NDA. If you did play the alpha, that's also mentioning that you played the alpha is also breaking your NDA. I just want to make sure that you stay safe and that you don't get caught by something like, you know, talking about it in public, and they're like, well, hold on, that's an NDA breach, my friend. So just make sure, again, it's for me, it kind of makes no difference because I'm not talking about my impressions of the alpha, but very, very much want to keep you guys safe and make sure that, like, you don't get caught out by anything in any way. Keeping stum. Not saying anything about your impressions. It's like, really, and I know we had to folks see earlier going, well, I'm just saying X, how I felt about it. That is actually under NDA. So I just want to make you aware, because a lot of people haven't really had experience with NDAs before, and it's the first experience with an NDA. So just keep that in mind.
Shoot enemies in their legs and then close the distance.
God love it. They're a whole thing. I really need Suicide Squad to release a beta where we can stream or talk about it, or just talk about it, or just say, hey, you can talk about your impressions of the alpha, folks, because I feel like it would be, there would be some really good, interesting conversations that we could have around the game. But again, I can't give my impression or whether I was positive or negative either way. But yes, I think it would be very good that when we finally get to talk about this game openly, because there's some great videos at least though, so we can talk about it today. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate it. Yeah, folks, apologies. It's not so much just a thing. It's just keeping my channel safe. But either way, I hope you're excited for the game. We can definitely talk about it in that lens, right? I would love to play a beta for this game. Absolutely, I would absolutely love to play a beta for this game, especially because I feel like there's an opportunity for us to be able to talk about, actually like share impressions. I think that would be a really good thing, because then everybody could kind of like talk freely without like doing what I'm doing right now, which is being very careful. Again, I'm sorry, I'm watching this like in the background of this going on. Deadshot just looks like such a blast to play. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you'll only like when you like play a beta, you'll be able to talk about that beta. You still won't be able to talk about your alpha experience. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And I think it's very unlikely that they will pull that part of the alpha. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully we get to play a beta, and hopefully we get to give our impressions on the beta as well. Hey, Deep, how you doing, my dude? Good to see you. Can't wait till the first Descendant. Also, I haven't played that film. I really want to play that.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
Bird Brain.
What?
Sorry.
What? I'd already started, so I followed through.
In the months leading up to our launch on February 2nd, 2024, we're
that's not how that's used, Harley.
Insights about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
No worries, Moses. We just want to make sure that you kept safe, honestly, and just make sure that, like, I know it's very hard to kind of, like, it's at times, because, like, people get excited about talking about it when they watch trailers and do all this sort of stuff. That looks sick, by the way. I'm assuming that's like a takedown kind of style thing. Ooh, a sneak preview.
We really want players to feel like they explored all these characters that we bring to life in this DC universe.
I'm going to enjoy this.
You're starting with characters who aren't very powerful, and through the story, you're learning how to use their skills and become powerful.
We really wanted to deep dive into the RPG system.
There we are. We're at it. This is what we want to do.
You have weapons.
Again, so this is the thing as well. So it's like, it's not, again, I feel like the gun, everyone's like, oh, you're going to get like one better gun, equip the gun, etc. So I think we're going to have a level here that it's like, probably I personally haven't experienced before, because of the traversal and the gunplay. You actually improve the separate, it looks like at least, that you improve the separate elements. There you go. That's the ones when you pre-order, you get the classic ones. I think it's the deluxe that you get the thingy ones. Oh, what is this? No, thank you. You get the elements of the game which kind of like work in conjunction, right? So usually you just expect gunplay, right? Improve guns, shoot better, do things, right? But where I think you've got the other side of things is where the traversal is so heavily ingrained into the fabric of the combat that you're going to get these two separate elements that you have to balance and, like, you know, work out and then make them like gel together, which for me is where it gets really exciting from the perspective of going, okay, well, I get to do this this theory crafting in a very different and unique way where I haven't experienced that before. Because, again, I kind of got that with Destiny, but I didn't really release a lot of content around builds. I had a lot of fun doing them, but I didn't get the chance. Like, I just didn't really, like, gel as well with Destiny. It's more about how the content was kind of done and how I approached it. But I love the gameplay of Destiny, like the core gameplay, and I'm really hoping that we can do that and build on those two. So that could be really exciting. Babagar, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Making me want to re-download Borderlands 3 for some loot shooter action. I love that. Do you know what? Maybe I should do. I do have Borderlands 3. I just haven't really played it. Maybe I should do that, like in preparation, right? And sorry, I did see some messages there. Deeper, so glad you're covering this game. Your lives will be during the time. Your lives will be during the time that I'm at work, and I always enjoy watching your content. Dude, it's actually going to be a bit different from me. It's going to be a bit different from me because obviously I'm a full-time creator. I'm not a full-time creator anymore. I'm very much part-time creator, but I will be doing probably more YouTube-focused stuff on this. My lives will probably be over the weekends and stuff like that. But yeah, what BL3 is your favorite? I'm really hoping you like this, Jen. I really do. Honestly, I feel like if you if you're a Destiny fan but still like comic book stuff and you enjoy the Arkhamverse and that lore, I feel like there's going to be some really cool points of crossovers. But yeah, I'll probably be taking a couple of days off to play this. I'm not gonna lie. 3's mechanics are great story wise though. Oh, okay. So we're not so sure on this. Okay, fair play. I feel like that's not where this one's gonna fall down, right? Let's have a look through at these little ones. These are like short videos that we're just going to kind of run through. I've seen these before, so I don't know really why it's showing them as I not watch them. But let's have a look. Hold on, this one is okay. I've gone backwards, haven't I? Nope.
Floyd.
Here we go. Right.
Your mission is to kill the Justice League.
On it, boss.
God help us.
I don't think I've actually seen this trailer, to be honest. I actually might have missed this one. I will say so far though, the skins that I'm most excited about. The skins that I'm most excited about are actually not the classic ones. They are the Justice League ones. They look amazing. I'm good. I'm in Atlanta, going to a wedding, arrived yesterday. We drove down. Oh, awesome stuff. Why? Okay. YouTube, give me like a split second to move over.
Quinn. She's a manic one-woman show who takes nothing seriously. But she's useful. Swings hard, shoots fast, and has access to some of Batman's tech. Moves like a trapeze artist.
I feel like Batman leaving his tech out in the open is like a really dumb mistake. Not one that we'd expect to see.
Thinking she might be exactly what we need.
There's an element there. Wallace. Wait, whoa.
Artist and never shuts her mouth.
So, you gonna commute our sentences here, or is there like a ceremony?
That's in Metropolis. I wonder if like Waller gets like kidnapped or something.
She might be exactly what we need.
Interesting. Right. This is where this starts to get interesting. So I want you guys to watch this. So there's an element here. Can you see that they've got like a yellow encrusted thing on them here? I'm gonna do this a little bit slowly. Sorry, the pauses. But there, you see that like that green stuff? Was that? Hold on. Let me just make sure I'm watching this.
So, you're gonna commute our sentences here.
There's like a delayed explosion on that side of things.
Thinking she might be exactly what we
So
need.
look.
If I don't blow her head off first.
So they're like kind of like breaks, like different shield breaks. It looks like.
The Justice League.
Interesting. The green looked like a grenade, but it did look like it actually broke something on them, so the yellow disappeared.
This is King Shark. To his people, he's a god. He's incredibly strong and surprisingly intelligent.
That minigun, man.
He's also gullible and naive.
Oh.
We should team up. This god shows no mercy.
So another interesting thing about King Shark that we actually got, which was revealed, was that I love you can see Harley swinging around there at the same time. I love that thing as well. Yes. So I feel like each one of these has a specific, like, boss that they kind of target. We've seen, obviously, Boom is, like, going all in on the Flash. We've seen, well, I mean, Harley, I feel like that fits Bats, right? Then you've got the King Shark, who's going to be, like, Superman. And then, obviously, that leaves Deadshot with Green Lantern, I think, at this point.
This team can find a way to work together.
So my thing is, it's like,
They might just have what it
do we
takes to
think
kill
they're going to
Justice League.
kill the Justice League? I mean, it's like obviously implied in the name, but do we think it's going to happen? There's obviously like I know there's been like rumors and stuff like this around like how things have gone, but obviously those have come back and they were like, yeah, they actually just made stuff up, which is annoying that even existed. You know what I mean?
And a coward.
Explain yourself.
I mask my insecurities with drink and bad behavior.
Some days I'm sick of
I love that.
pressing that button and blowing up his head just
So yeah, I don't know, or maybe it's the fact that Wonder Woman is like, I mean, there's nothing to say that Wonder Woman doesn't get converted or does get converted, or if she does get, or maybe the Justice League kill her. Do you know what I mean? Like the thing is, because we don't have a perfect framework for this, because this game is doing things differently to like, you know, like other DC storylines. What's to say that they kill her? They don't kill her. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many different things that they can, and this is why I'm more excited about this, because I'm not as clued up with DC as I am with Marvel, but like, I feel like as I'm looking at this, it feels fresh. Like, we've had 2 Suicide Squad movies, and this doesn't feel like those, right? Feels very different. And I think that's maybe something we can get. Or maybe Wonder Woman's actually, like, the one that we really need to be, like, scared of, because she's got less weaknesses? I don't know. Because obviously Kryptonite, Superman. Maybe we have to do a mission where we get Kryptonite weapons. We've already talked about this Lex Corp-like stuff like that. Maybe Kryptonite is one of the afflictions. I don't know. I'm sorry, this dude, it just looks so much fun to play him.
So we gave him a better vantage point. He'll be looking for payback on Green Lantern.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, they do mention it. Okay, good.
Feeling Floyd, ready to kick your ass.
Like it or not, this squad is our last chance. They might just pull off the impossible. Kill the Justice League.
I feel like these are like mini trailers that we'll see in like cinemas and that, like in January. Do you know what I mean? But like, I do like those. Right, we're gonna have a look, and we've jumped past, we've skimmed through all of these, but let's have a look at the Justice League No More trailer as well. Really want to get through that latest Insider though, because that's the one that I've had the least amount of time with, so I definitely want to have a look at that. Again, folks, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you follow me on Twitch as well. I'm going to be streaming on both of those. I'm going to be simulcasting, but at the same time, I'm going to be doing a lot of the content, including builds and stuff like that on YouTube, and I'm going to be doing some early access stuff, early access videos for members over here on YouTube as well, and Kofi members as well. Batman with a gun, man, it's throwing me off. Makes sense, obviously, because of the situation.
Burn this earth down for me.
Did you guys hear that? Okay, hands up in chat if you heard that. What he just said. Did you guys hear it? You can see it. Can you guys see it? You didn't hear it? There's one word in here that is very interesting.
Lantern, the Flash,
Superman. My Justice League will burn this earth down.
No. Not my Justice League. My Justice League will burn this. Why would you say this? See? This is starting to let... This is where I'm at. This is like where I'm like...
Flash, how do I stop this?
You have to kill us, Diana. We have to die to save the world.
We can work with that.
This has got me thinking, like, we've like, honestly, it's, the whole thing is built on, like, multiple, like, DC is built up on, like, multiple, like, well, the multiverse, right? I'm now sat here thinking it's like, maybe this is...
You think you're a team now?
Oh.
You can stop us?
Thought you'd never ask.
This looks so good. I'm sorry, like, the boss fights look like nutty because they're all open world. Like, well, I say they're all open world. This looks like they're all open.
He's the fastest man alive.
So are you going to have to chase the Flash? Are you gonna have to trap him? Look, look how you're fighting these. It's like the arenas for these fights look huge. You think about boss fights, like Spider-Man recently, the boss fights, really great, but like in very enclosed areas, right? Is this gonna be different? Is this gonna really open it up and make that traversal combat like be like really like central to that? I'm sorry, I gotta look. Sorry. Ah, no, we missed it again.
For us bad guys to save the world.
Keep missing it. Hold on, I'm just gonna. I can understand that that's the most replayed. That looks nuts. That looks so cool, doesn't it? Wait, hold on. Oh, that's the Wonder Woman. So obviously Wonder Woman squares up against Superman at some point. He looks like such a good model for Superman, by the way. Like just like he just looks so. Oh, let me get it. There we go. Look at that smug smile from Big Blue. Look at him. He's like, oh yeah. I feel like this is going to be so much fun. I feel like honestly that fight is going to be insane. If what we've seen from like these boss fights like is like anything to go by, like I feel like they're going to play amazingly well. How you doing, Koji Killer? By the way, welcome on in. Thank you for joining us for the first time. Hope you're having a good day. Right, let me have a look. I'm gonna have a look at it. Where we go? Here we go. Oh, we got the Rogue Trailers outfit, and then we actually have the
Ain't this a right rogues gallery?
I like these, by the way. I really like these. I do really like Harleys.
We're back in business. Sharp look, huh?
I do think this is going to be quite interesting in terms of like, because for me, again, like I say, it's like I don't see the Suicide Squad as having quite so iconic like looks because I'm not fully about it. Like I'm not like fully aware like of the whole storylines. I'm like, again, I've said this before. Like Marvel's much more my jam, but like this looks so good. Like these skins look like they're going to be really cool. I feel like I'm going to get a different view on it because I'm not going to be having that nostalgia and attachment to it. But they do look really, really well done. Sorry, I'm just having a with digital pre-order on PS5. Okay, I'm gonna have to pre-order this on all three consoles, aren't I? Oh, all three things. I'm gonna have to get this on like I did this with Avengers, but at least this time I have cross progression and crossplay. Already got the skin trailers coming out. I feel like this is like again like alludes to some of the concerns that people have around microtransactions, right? Because they are putting this stuff out already, but I don't know if I see it as an overtly negative thing, but again, that's because I'm used to this, because I'm used to the microtransactions. Again, playing Destiny, playing Avengers, I'm kind of used to that, but I'm also very much like an adult, and I can choose where I spend my money. Like, if you don't want to buy skins, guys, it's really weird. You just don't buy the skins. Like, it's a real cool technique that it's just called being responsible and aware of how to use your own money. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm kind of okay with it, like, because, you know, I'm a grown man.
All the fun is right here.
Gaga! All the hype, all the hype.
Here at Rocksteady Studios.
I'm Darius Sadigian, studio director at Rocksteady Studios. I'm really
excited to welcome you all to episode 2 of our ongoing series, Suicide Squad Insider.
This is very much so. This Insider I've watched, but I must admit I didn't watch it with as much detail, and this is what I kind of want to do this whole stream about, to go through this, because this is relatively recent.
Hello, beautiful.
Wait, I want to go back there. There was. I'm trying to watch some like really like specific things in here. So obviously we got like takedown things here. There's a shot. This dude here, is he rearing up for an attack or is he stuck?
Truly unique.
Oh, he's rearing up for an attack. So you got the prime, which is like the melee, so the and then doing like the activation.
In terms of making something new and fresh.
When first introduced, the free-flow combat of Batman Arkham Asylum.
Controversial opinion, hot take. You ready? Batman is not a fighting game in the sense of like, you know, an action fighting game. It's a rhythm game. It's not an open world action adventure game. It's a rhythm game. Because the entire bit of the entire combat is just based on rhythm. It's like playing Beat Saber, but with Batman. Batman Beat Saber. A lot of people don't realize this because it's all rhythm based. Boom, 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 boom. I know they call it a combat game. I know they do, but it's a rhythm game. It is really at the core. Like everything that you do in it is literally like timing.
It's still popular today. In that spirit, the Rocksteady team decided to delve into new mechanics.
If you're playing
It's definitely a
solo,
rhythm
you have
game.
the
I'm telling
power
you.
to make combat in our game.
Wait, I have control over my finances. I should not put myself in financial trouble for some skins. They should really teach this stuff in schools. They actually should. Like, all joking aside, they should.
If you decide to play co-op with friends, you can each become an expert with your playstyle.
Oh, we hit the 20. Hold on. I've just been blasting through this. We actually hit the 25 likes. Let's unpin that message. Hold on a second. We already hit it. We need to do it. Can we reckon we can hit 50 likes on the YouTube video? What do you reckon, folks? What do you reckon? Can we hit 50 likes? Oh, Sam, can you pin this message? Can you pin that message? I wonder if you can. Oh, I can pin it if I don't on the chat that I don't put it into. That's so strange. You can't? Okay, no worries. I'll pin it. There we go. We're all good. They really should. The amount of people that favour FIFA over healthy living conditions isn't good. Agreed.
Each person can offer a different benefit to the play experience.
I think this is the thing as well. So one of the things, that's a really good line. It's like each person can offer something different to the playing experience. I think that's really important because what you're actually seeing in here as well, there's an element here where it's not just about like the character that you're playing, right? It's actually about how you like to play that character. And I think that's where the layering in for this comes in because you can actually have those synergies. Maybe you have different builds, different loadouts. We've seen loadouts.
In the
Oh, I love that. We can have so many different like layers. This go, okay, well maybe I'm gonna my single player loadout like is different to my multiplayer loadout. Maybe my loadout where I play with like maybe the loadout I play with like all dead shots is very specific to playing with all dead shots. Maybe the loadout that I have where I play with one of each character like filters into a different kind of loadout as well. And I think that's where you go. You can have single player loadouts, you can have multiplayer loadouts, you can have multiplayer loadouts when you team up with other specific characters. Like you can have like honestly for me from content perspective, and I think if anybody is making YouTube content on this, we maybe even have an element where it's like we can have like builds that are like duo builds or like quad builds where you have okay, well this is how you want to build your entire team, right? How you want to play with a team of four friends, here's how you all play together, here's the loadouts that you'll play together.
This is Suicide Squad Insider Episode 2.
Meet the support squad. Calling Amanda Waller support is just dangerous in my mind.
The connective tissue inside of the game. Things like weapon customization.
That was sick. Sorry, I didn't see that at first. Dude's breakdancing.
The RPG systems are the connective tissue inside of the game. Things like weapon customization, talent customization, things that...
What? Here we go.
Things like weapon customization.
That looks sick, by the way. So here, like, look at this is where we start to go into a little bit of the deep dive. How you doing, Rexy? Good to see you, buddy. This is where it starts to get really interesting for me because then, like, so I'm looking at a bunch of this, and I feel they talked about this before as well, and I think this is later in the video as well. But her support is blow your head up. I said the best. I put a tweet out. I think it was like the only kind of support I'm expecting from her is air support, and she doesn't care if we're under it either. So what I'm thinking of this, and again, like just the ability, like again, just talking about and looking about how this is presented here, having the three separate trees, I think is going to be like most of them seem like they're going to be like play styles based off of what we've seen, but a lot of them is like combo based, so you can see the 10 times, you can see all the like 20 times and all this sort of stuff. They've talked about this again before. I love how this little icon is like a little King Shark Superman, by the way, so I'm assuming that's something to do with traversal. That's quite funny. But having all of this, it seems like 10 levels per 10. What is this? 10 levels per tree. And I wonder how far you could, like, I wonder if it's a balance, if it's a mix, or if it's like, I just want to focus on one entirely. But from what I can see here, you select one of each anyway. So you go, okay, go from one, yeah. So there's not any one that's selected on a separate one. So yeah, selecting like your favorite from each one. So you're going to have like quite a variety of build, because essentially you can like there's a so you can have a variant which is just like all of these are selected like this, but instead of like on the sorry, I'm pointing at the screen, instead of like this one here, you select that one, and maybe that changes the entire setup of the build, right? So the variety, I feel like, with each character is going to be really, really high depending on how you actually like to play. I'm looking at this one. That one looks like it's a pistol and a... So yeah, this one looks like a shotgun. This one looks like I'm going to say a sniper rifle or an assault rifle, one of the two. And this one looks like the pistol and assault rifle. So maybe like these are specific buffs to those. That I'm going to assume again is a melee one because it's got a knife on it, but it also has a scuba mask on it. There's so many. I think there's so many different things that we're going to have that work differently. There's the that's a minigun one. So that's like, I'm going to assume like a buff to a minigun, something like that. And then I think you can have this based on what you like prefer. So if you want to play like a shotgunner, right? Like if you want to have that as a... Oh, here we go. Tier 3. That's the one that's selected. Shotgun Typhoon. So shotgun, or if you want to focus on miniguns, depending on which gun. Maybe you do it based on the best guns that you have in your like equipment at the time. So say, for example, you just got like a legendary or like, again, or like an exotic or whatever you get, right? Again, I'm calling them exotics, by the way. I don't know if they exist or if there is a thing that exists there, but maybe there's like a specific gun that you actually build the build around rather than the other way around, right? So you go, okay, well, I have this really good piece of gear. How can I build around the piece of gear? So... Or do you go, okay, well, I'm going to build something like that and then find the gun to fit into the build, right? Because that's how I like to play. Or you go, okay, well, there's this gun that's just like nutty, or this melee thing that's just nutty that I really want to use. I really want to use this specific mod that's on a specific piece of gear, and then build off of that, right? So build the other way. And I think that's what gets really excited about this. And again, a lot of it looks like it builds off of combos. So as you go up in the combos, more things add. But if you can do things to increase like how quickly you can get to those, I think that's where you start to see these builds kind of go like really bananas. The one thing that I have a concern about is like, are they going to give us enough enemies or enough like difficulty around the enemies to be able to combat that? I don't know. Give me 2 seconds, folks. I'm going to leave this screen up right. Actually, I'm going to leave the screen up right now. I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to pop to the bathroom because I'm busting for the loo. But when we come back, we'll talk about how like we're going to have a look at the rest of this and talk about how that kind of like really works with the combat. But be right back. Hello again, everybody. Sorry, bear with me. Sorry about that. Just needed to pop to the bathroom.
Things that really...
See, I see you, GVG, you said in there that it's simple. I don't know if it's as simple as you might be expecting. So this is the King Shark one.
Really let players get into how they...
I'm having a look here. I'm just like trying to see if I can spot anything like within these.
Let's begin.
We built this game with near limitless strategic and personal options.
I love the customization. Also love that you've obviously got like weapon skins as well.
Everyone can pick not only their favorite, but really make a character that's their own.
Really high skill.
I do. You know how like a lot of the time we hear this. Simple to read, yeah. Simple to understand, yeah.
You become better.
But complex. I feel like they're very much collected. Yeah, 2,000 item skill tree going every direction on the screen. Yes, that's true.
We have this
straight down, 3 columns, 3 things.
To the narrative.
I like. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah.
Mechanics with the DC world
Attack.
out there just gave us unlimited potential. With the Arkham games, you could modify some elements of Batman himself. But we knew early on, going with an action shooter was an opportunity to go down a new path and try out new mechanics with a new type of game.
Someone's been.
I'm not gonna lie. Like everyone's like, I've seen a lot of people say like Rocksteady was like forced to make this game. Every time I hear someone talk about like the dev they did on this game, they are so passionate about it.
He goes back to the whole
I really do think they were like although this is like you know, a far cry from what they did before with the Arkham series. I genuinely do think they're really hyped about this, and it's really cool to see because I think you're going to see that in the game. Like when you have people who are passionate about doing the things that they're doing, it really comes through.
You need a good gun runner.
There we go. So we got craft and overhaul.
We love working with this character.
What he gives you is lots of options for upgrading individual weapons, crafting. It feels like you're actually interacting with Penguin when you're crafting these items. And that's really where Penguin as a character comes to life in the game.
You get to build them up, creating some really unique combinations.
I'm really excited about this because this, again, just another layer to it, just like tweaking and like, you know, min-maxing your builds, which is where I like, it's where I live. It's where I just want to snuggle up into these builds, honestly. I feel like this is going to be the thing that I like really gets me to the point where I'm like super hyped.
They are calculated.
Because I get to like go, okay, well I'm not just gonna spend time just like mindlessly playing the game. I'm gonna be thinking about it, strategizing, like getting like tactical around like, you know, what works with a certain situation. Like, does this loadout work better with that loadout? I mean, how do loadouts work, right? Like, we know loadouts exist, yeah. How do they work though? Like, how does that actually impact? Like, can we change them in game straight away? Like, can we just like flip and go, okay, well I'm actually here, quick switch? Can we quick switch between them in game?
Various supervillains that the squad.
Go back to that base walkthrough. Yeah, sure.
Look at those manufacturers. You can go to Penguin and ask him to sort of craft specific weapons in those manufacturers.
Different guns will play with different.
What am I looking for,
styles.
GBG?
You've got a Deadshot focus on critical hits, on headshots. That might mean that you want to favor a legendary gun which works with that playstyle.
Yeah, this. Yeah.
It's nice.
Penguin is only one member of what we call the
Like a massive workshop. Yeah.
They're various supervillains that the squad have begged, stolen, or
I think
borrowed
that's
from.
like in the Hall of Justice. That's how they're like portraying it by the looks of it.
They'll get the full arsenal to be able to take on the Justice League. But the players who really want to sort of maximize their characters, the support squad.
Oh yeah, I was about to say this is the
Designers have put a lot of effort into making sure that when you play the game, you can have a very different experience from someone else.
Let's meet the rest of the support squad.
I love how
you can see the scientist gets.
There we go. I love how like I actually love how colorful and like crazy it is. It feels like proper comic book.
Let's set up shop in the basement.
Yeah, you do see it. Yeah, I think they're slowly but surely as you go through, you get more recruit more people.
Airdropped vehicles.
Airdrop vehicles. This is really interesting as well. So like this looks like. Hold on, how did we get into? Hold on.
Contribution to the squad is the sort of airdropped vehicles that you can use for combat.
Deadshot just jumped into that there.
Flying vehicle with rockets and a turret can sort of blow shit up. And the havoc you can create.
Oh, you just kamikaze it? I wonder if they have like a timer.
Offers the player a different way of interacting with the game.
I've been trying on the name Toyman. More like Annoy Man. Am I right?
Toyman is one character that helps you.
I'm sorry, I love Boomer. He's so funny.
He's a tech boy genius.
Oh, that's like that. Wait, hold on. That little robot's a keyring. Look.
Ways of defeating the Justice League.
He's a
robot man in the background there. Okay, if we don't see a freaking mech show up to beat up like Superman or something, I'm gonna be upset.
Genius who wants nothing more than to help save Metropolis.
Oh, okay, so he's a good guy.
Come to terms with the fact that his heroes are now the villains.
Oh wait, whoa. Let's go back. Blade, bludgeon, wrist cannons, boomerang. Oh, modify melee weapon. Sorry, I was like, wait, what part is this?
Changing stuff is my middle name.
The fact that
Hold
his heroes are now the villains.
Okay,
Can't
can we...
quite come to terms with the fact that his heroes are now the villains.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, okay, so firearms, melee weapons, shield mods, traversal mods, and grenades. Wait, hold on. We can modify the firearms here, but also with Penguin? Or is it a different kind of modify?
Changing stuff is my middle name.
You can.
Oh! Okay. Penguin makes the guns. Toyman, I'm assuming that he does the mods then, so you would go to Penguin for like the building the gun itself, right? Like it's got like, you know, it's a submachine gun with a longer barrel or something like that, and then you go to him for the mods like we've seen before, like the reloads or the crit hits or the stuff like that. Yeah.
More and more things you can do with Toyman to enhance your gear.
If you want to really perfect your gear to really suit how you like to play the game, Toyman's the character to talk to.
I'm Huck.
I wonder if you can do that with like legendary stuff, but it has like a core thing. Like it has like as they said, like crit shot, like legendary gun that has a specific crit shot like mod. But then you could change the other ones.
Electronic astral projection. Anything that has electricity, Hack can manifest through.
By working with Hack and increasing.
I love the I love how like the anything with electricity. Sorry, I'm just looking at this. This is Deadshot skill tree right now. Can we go back a couple of frames? Hold on, let's see if we can get it before it zooms in.
By working with Hack and
tools of the trade. So I'm assuming that's like his guns, locked and loaded. Also guns. And then fly like a bullet. I'm assuming that's like traversal then. So maybe each one of these like columns, is like... Yeah, each one of these columns is like a specific like style or a specific like... Maybe one's traversal, one's... I don't even know, like... I don't even know what this is. Like maybe one's like guns, maybe that's melee? Maybe guns, melee, traversal? I don't know.
Increasing your talent points over the course of the game, you can unlock a whole myriad of different abilities.
For example, with Harley, you can increase her grenade damage.
I've seen a crazy build for this. Oh, hold on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so here we go. So there's a few things here, because this is where I wanted to stop it, because I saw this before, and I didn't get a close-up look at this because I was looking at it on my phone. But this screen needs to be analysed, like, quite a bit. There's a few things in here that I think are really interesting, okay? So, number one, you've got the health, and you've got your shields. So these are a few things we've seen. You've got health, shields, XP, and talent points, which I'm assuming are, like, skill points, like you'd usually... Yeah, they mentioned talents earlier. But they've got a combo thing here. This is the combo meter, because we saw this before, but I want to talk about that a little bit more. So I'm assuming that's what triggers talents, or like the things on the talents, or what you need to trigger them, or what gives you... I don't know if it adds... I don't know which way it works, but like that feels like you get the combos to activate those things. There's also a few other things. Obviously, the fact that you've got your guns... You've got your grenades and you've got your melee, and you can actually switch between those, so that's pretty cool. I love how minimal that HUD is. I'm glad it's not like too ostentatious, like quite clean, rather than it being like really in your face. But there's a few things here, and I looked at this is what really like surprised me. Hold on, let me get rid of the closed captions. There seems to be like ultimate abilities here. So, like, the L1, R1, again, any kind of, like, things like that, usually, like, supers, like, in Destiny, or, like, you know, ultimates, like, in Avengers, stuff like that. So there's that element there. But there's also a few things here. So, what I can see here, there is I don't really know what the last one is, because I don't really know what that's about. But there seems to be, like, some kind of interaction. I don't know if that's like a together interaction. I don't know if that's combat or social. There's also what seems to be chat here. So I don't know if this is like maybe this is emotes. That's like chat. This seems to be like a location ping. And then that one, like it says target, but I don't know if that's like target, like that's the enemy. Maybe like you press down to target the enemy and up to ping a location. I don't know which one works like that, but then it seems like this thing's there. But this is really cool, because I don't know if anybody saw this, but it has a thing called swiped gear. So gear that you forgot to collect has been added to your inventory. So very much like the post box in Destiny, that seems like it did, because I saw this, I was like, wait, oh, that's got to work the same. My assumption is that is like, works like that. So basically, even if you like, so this must mean, again, this is all the stuff that I've looked at before, but like, this is why I'm thinking how it works. So you play, you shoot, you kill things, and these enemies also drop loot. And if you leave them in the open world, that you still get them back, which is pretty cool, right? Like, I think the fact that they've actually factored that in early on is really good. Hold on, here we go. I just need to run back because there's an element here as well.
Alongside the talent tree, we have what we call the combat combo system. As you're
here we go, yeah.
more intricate moves, you build up your combo faster, and the higher that combo is, the more talents you activate.
Oh, this tough love.
Hack also uses
so yeah, that's we're just gonna go back again. So yeah,
intricate moves, you build up your combo faster.
So the more stylish you are in combat, it seems, the higher your combat gets, and the higher your combat gets, the more stuff you activate from your talent tree. Did I say? What did I say? What did I call it? Post box? Postmaster, that's the one. Sorry, Aiden.
Listen in on what the Justice League is talking about, and you also get to hear their sort of corrupted personalities and how different they are from the heroes you once knew.
That's cool.
We have complete control, Brainiac.
Now let's talk about one more member of our support squad.
Okay.
Another infamous DC villain that Director Waller once recruited.
Right. Story spoilers. If you haven't seen this, if you're not aware, turn off. Turn off now. This is a relatively like huge spoiler, but they've obviously deemed it that they put in the trailer, but be aware.
At this point in the game, the squad has discovered evidence that Poison Ivy may be alive.
Ivy? Poison Ivy? Dead Poison Ivy after Scarecrow gave Gotham a crop dusting.
For fans who pay close attention to Arkham Knight, they will remember that when Poison Ivy died,
I actually love that they've kept this.
I got a real strong hunch she ain't pushing up daisies no more.
And in this game, you discover that Sproutling has been cared for by some people who may have had their own motivations for doing so, but in the chaos of Metropolis, she's escaped.
Find her. Bring her to me for questioning.
Using special technology they've acquired, the Suicide Squad is tracking Ivy down.
Now, they're saying, like, he doesn't mention who it is, but listen.
Unless y'all want to end up a poorly plated spring mix, you better put me in charge and let me talk to Ives first.
Because obviously Harley's relationship with Ivy previously, right?
Any of the characters, you'll get to experience all the different play styles across all of the different.
I don't know if I'm honest. I'm trying to remember how it's established in the Arkhamverse. I don't know if it is a like romantic relationship, but obviously it seems like there's elements of this.
And here we go.
So here she is. Thought she'd be taller.
Are you serious right now? Poison Ivy is a redhead. This is a plant. You might be the dumbest.
I don't think it's just a plant, Floyd. So there's an element of this. You got to really like. I know a few people that didn't actually catch this on the first go. Wait for it.
There's my girl.
She is not made of meat.
Right. So there's a thing. There's a thing here. So do you hear it? She's not made of meat. Now that seems like innocuous, doesn't it? But because she was a literal, so Ivy, obviously, like Poison Ivy, like the one that we know from the rest of the Arkham stuff, she's thing, right? She is like human that turned, like, it's like this is up. She got her powers, and obviously that was like the element that she began human, right? She was born human. This version is not. Yeah, she's like, I don't even, you can't say vegetarian, can you? But yeah, yeah.
Is this what you call a vegetarian option?
I don't know you, but
So in the same vein, I think this is like the way that this version of Ivy is like Baby Groot.
Strange emotions. Tell me about it. Wasn't expecting you to come in fun size. You really don't know me? Harley and Ivy forever?
Oh.
In 10-story burning letters? Nope. Jeez, LexCorp really didn't.
See, they don't mention it in the when they actually say like who's kept in there, but this is the bit I think a lot of people like kind of just didn't make the connection. So Lex seems to be the one that has captured that Sproutling and nurtured the Sproutling into this Ivy.
I took it when I broke out. He shut me in a room in his tower. If I worked on the things he wanted, I got a whole hour of sunlight every day.
What did he want?
Weapons, making them more effective against the alien invaders. You know, they're very susceptible to plant toxins. And I know all about plant toxins.
We know. That's why they call you Poison Ivy.
It's just Ivy, weirdo.
Where's Lex now?
I don't know. Something spooked him, I guess. He got in his big robot suit and stomped off.
What is that thing on her shoulder, though?
Look, who you murdering? The corrupted things that are coming. All of them. They're poisoning the earth with their gross bodies. So I lured them here.
The wrath of nature. I like it.
He's like, yeah, let's go.
We'll make all the aliens choke to death on spores. You make sure Daphne doesn't die, or you're next.
Who the hell is Daphne?
Waller, be advised Lex is AWOL in a power suit, and Ivy's an eco-terrorist middle schooler. Dead shot out.
That's a whole sentence.
Hugging a giant plant. I have allergies. Anyone care? Ah!
Here's a brief look at the mission that follows your first encounter with Ivy.
Right, I want to see if there's more stuff. I'm gonna like jump forward a little bit to actually get into some of the combat here.
Combat in this game revolves around 3 core pillars: traversal, gunplay, and melee.
Again, so that's the thing. It's like again, what we were talking about before. It very much seems like the traversal is like insanely key to the combat, as well as the melee. But I think so. Those 3 trees being like that, like you know, 1 gunplay, one traversal, 1 melee, seems like it makes a lot of sense, right?
Can launch several enemies off the ground.
That's sick. You seen that? Because if you do that, if you're like you have a character that like focuses on like you know stopping characters, but you know like you know it, like mobility, like affecting like characters' mobility, then you can have the rest of your team just come in and just be the ones that like come and zoom in and like shoot them,
making them more powerful.
That's nuts. Was that Bane? Was that a Bane like effect? What? That shot was nutty.
Bulletstorm and the Heatwave's molten shield to synergize.
That's Black Mask's one.
Effect, which means that he's now immune from damage thanks to the Heatwave's molten shield, making this a perfect opportunity to get in close.
So it's like a tank thing? Oh, okay, so it stops them from causing damage? That's pretty cool.
This mission is where we introduce afflictions.
That is really
elemental
cool.
Attacks from Ivy's plants that draw on the
Bane
powers
Rage.
of different DC villains. Use an affliction to freeze your enemies before you deliver an explosive finale.
Oh, I love that so much. This is the thing. Again, this is like status effects in Avengers for me, or like in again, like in Destiny.
Have you secured Ivy?
Yeah, kind of a funny story.
Although she doesn't remember her old life, Ivy is still a deadly expert with toxins, and she can offer your builds an interesting new feature: afflictions.
I'm really ready for this. So honestly, I'm so hyped for this. This has got to happen early on, right? This has got to happen like relatively early on.
Kind of like a loose cannon, precocious toddler who also has terrifying genetic engineering powers.
A precocious toddler with terrifying engineering powers. So yeah, so you can afflict. So you got afflictions, and you go and apply afflictions. So I'm assuming you could just understand what afflictions are available, unlock them, apply them to actually add them to enemies. But what the hell is supercharge?
Weapons, they're grenades, so they can mix and match different things for the encounter.
And each affliction ties back to a DC character.
So we have 4 afflictions. Diablo Blaze sets people on fire.
Aye, Blaze, cool.
But you can't shield harvest them. We have Deep Freeze, freezes people. You can shatter them with your guns, but they are pretty resistant to melee damage. They won't drop ammo when they die.
At any point, you can have up to 2 different...
So that's really cool. So you can have ones that like are built like, so yes, you cause more damage, but the payoff is that you don't get the ammo or the shields back. So then obviously you need to be able to accommodate for that separately. But I wonder if it's like... I wonder if like you like have like larger like, or you get more ammo, you pick up more ammo when you don't do that, or you have to choose like whether you don't melee people or apply those afflictions to be able to get ammo or shields. Because you gotta, it's that balance, right? It's that offset. Like how do you like make it so you're constantly getting stuff back, but still inflicting the same amount of damage that you want to be able to do. Hey, there he is. There's Jov. There he is. And there's Abrax is there as well.
We had an amazing opportunity to get a group of proper gamers from the community involved in the development process.
Which is really cool.
Some of the characters...
Job's in YouTube chat, by the way, folks. Sorry, no.
In the development process pretty early. Some of the characters, the mission types join the story. I'd definitely say this has got a rock-steady stamp on it.
The experience of Suicide Squad cover Justice League is really fluid, really smooth, it feels really polished.
There we go.
Chaos, in a good way.
Chaos, but in a good way. That's what I'm ready for, Job. Let's go.
And I think there's a lot of verticality to it.
No other game that makes you
and Triple G as well.
Free and powerful.
I think again this is really cool because you're looking at creators that are playing these type of games like MMOs. They're playing like games with like where you got builds. So I feel like that's going to be really core to it, and I feel like those. I feel like we're going to get more people from games like Borderlands, Destiny, like those kind of like creators that you're going to probably see playing this game, rather than what you see like normal like people who would cover like Spider-Man or like stuff like that.
Bigger community to share the game with.
Now listen, how about a team up?
When the studio made the Arkham series, we were very much focused on single characters.
As long as they don't forget us filthy casuals, absolutely. Folks, that is my shopping that has just arrived, so bear with me 2 seconds. I'm going to duck out for a sec, and then I'll be back and we'll carry on with the rest of the video. Bear with me. Sorry about that, folks. There we go. Oh, did my other PC, I was away for so long, the other PC turned off. Bear with me. The other PC literally turned off because I was gone that long. Sorry about the wait there, folks. Let me just carry on with this as soon as I get my other screen on so I can see it. Here we go. Right.
And with this game, we saw that opportunity to get the community.
Well, if you want to get the community involved, Rocksteady, I'm right here.
Expanding and enhancing into something new and different. And
I'm very excited. I'm very excited about this. I feel like this is the kind of game for me that's going to be that one that really scratches the itch that I've been trying to scratch for such a long time since, literally since the start of the year, since Adventures got cancelled. So I feel like the ability to be able to do the things that I love with a game that I'm actually really going to enjoy, and I think a lot more people are going to have the opportunity to enjoy, because I feel like more people are just going to enjoy this compared to it, because again, there's so many different elements, cross-play, cross-progression, you know, like being able to play like with everybody no matter where they are, like being able to play a different character, but still having that element where you can create, although they do use similar weapons, they have very specific ways of doing it, you know?
Something I haven't experienced in any other game.
I know there's a divided community here, but like there are elements to me that I'm just like, this is going to be like so much fun. I'm just going to have a look at this real quick. One, because I'm a sucker for UI, but this is like really cool. Oh, look. Remember how we said like each of these characters is against another character? Look at this. So we've got like Harley and then a Batman thing in the background. Like, I wonder if these are customizable, or if that's just what appears each time. That'd be interesting if that was customizable. I'd like to see that. Apologies. So yeah, private squad. You can actually create like whether it's like an open squad or a private squad. It looks like there. She'll select the chat. Oh, you can select different parts of the story. I guess, yeah. Chapter 3, worst laid plans, and then chapter select, and then you can actually change the difficulties. That's cool.
But it's super exciting.
And each differing levels. I wonder how that works. I wonder how it works if...
The hallmarks of story-driven game, but from multiple perspectives.
I wonder how it works if you've got like different like level characters. Like, does it balance or does it change? Like, I wonder how that works.
I need a smoke.
I need more therapy.
In our next episode, we'll take a look at what you can expect from our game after launch.
This
is what I'm going to be really excited for. I think what we'll do on the next one, folks, if you want to see it, what we'll do is actually stream the third Insider. Hopefully that happens like sometime over the holiday period. But when that actually comes out and that's announced, I'll be putting that on the YouTube channel as well. But I'll also be streaming it. So if you guys want to share that out, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be actually streaming it. We'll watch it through, and then we can do the things that we've been doing today, is the replays.
Or even the places they're going to get to take them.
This game is much bigger than
the
world of the Suicide Squad. Rocksteady will continue to build on the story.
We're delivering you a full game, but for those that want to go further, we're going to have lots of new updates that are free to our players, and we really want to engage with our community.
Wait, was that? Hold on, was that an
updates that are free to our?
Was that an Aquaman style thing there?
We really want to engage with our community to give them new experiences regularly.
At the end of the game, everyone goes, "Wow, this was a hell of a ride." Let's play again.
I love that. Yeah, I really do feel like that's what we're going to get from the game. We're going to get these elements where we get to play like the first part of the game. Everybody gets that. Everybody just experiences that as that like unified experience, right? Like, so everybody gets like the story mode of that. And then from there, we then get this whole extra like thing where we're going to build on the story. We're going to be able to do the end game. We're going to have these like hard, you know, like much harder. I'm hoping that they're really like hard difficulty things that are actually kind of inspire us to do more. Do you know what I mean? I think that'd be really, really fun. I'm excited for it. Hopefully you're excited for it. But I'm realizing I've actually almost gone an hour over time because I've nattered so much about this. But I think what we'll do is go through the next Insider together. If you guys want to come and watch it with me, we'll probably do like a little bit of a watch party. But I hope you enjoyed today. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun here. I know, there's so many presents here. They've been coming in literally during the stream. You've not seen them. Apologies. Yeah, no, I'm dead excited. But hopefully we'll get the next one sometime soon, probably after Christmas at this point. But hopefully you'll enjoy watching them with me, and we can go through all of the details for the next one, and we'll get just start diving in more and more what's going to be happening at our post-launch. But I appreciate you all being here today. Thanks so much for hanging out. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay awesome, and I will see you all on the next one. All right, folks, take care. Bye-bye.